What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the After Hours podcast. On today's episode, we have Reese Marin, local Club Loose legend and Formula Drift judge. Reese Marin has been a longtime friend of mine pretty much since I got into drifting, and he's already been on this podcast once. So if you want to hear a little bit of his backstory, I would go check that episode out. We really just hung out on this episode and just bullshitted. Reese was picking up his car. He just got a line tier and some other work done. So we got into some interesting topics this time around. We were talking about kids at one point and how you can drift and have a family and this and that. It was definitely a different route we went, but a very fun episode. Reese is an awesome guy, so thanks for coming out. Guys, don't forget we are doing a Stance XR1 giveaway on our website this month. So every $5 spent on our website gets you one entry to win a set of coilovers. And if you buy any merch, it's double entries. Before we jump into this episode, I just want to give a huge thank you to our sponsors. This podcast is sponsored by East Coast Drift School. East Coast Drift School is a driving school focused on learning the art of drifting. Conveniently located at the greatest drifting facility in the United States, Raceway Park in Englishtown, New Jersey. Raceway Park currently has 3 tracks, so you will have a few options to choose from when setting up your lessons. Chris Knapp, who is part of the Raceway Park family, will be your teacher as he guides you through car setup and technique. If you are more of a seasoned driver, East Coast Drift School is also the place where you can get some extra seat time. Chris allows private track time with no instructing as well, so that you can get some test and tune runs in before that big event or competition you have coming up. Instead of spending the night dodging the police with your boys, consider signing up with East Coast Drift School the next time they release their schedule. Chris releases the schedule on the 16th of every month through Instagram. Make sure to check them out, give them a follow, and shoot over a direct message when you are ready to set up a date. You can find them on Instagram at East Coast Drift School. Chase Bays has been a household name in our industry for over 15 years, supplying us with tons of fluid power products such as power steering cooler kits, oil catch cans, engine oil coolers, hydraulic handbrake kits, and of course, their dual piston brake booster delete kits, which fit a wide variety of vehicles. The core values of Chase Bays is function, simplicity, quality, and aesthetic. All of their products are user-friendly and easy to install, while of course looking the part. The quality of their products has only increased over the years, and now with Front Street Drift Club being a sponsored team of Chase Bays, you can guarantee the products are stress tested as well. I'm currently digging their compact intercooler sprayer reservoir kit. This kit includes a pump and pigtail to wire it up to any switch you want. I've been a big fan of sleek looking OEM style intercooler sprayers ever since Subaru had one on the STI, and this kit provides you with what you need to get started. If you need any more info on any of their products, make sure to take a look at their product descriptions. They have some of the most detailed descriptions I've read with tons of information. You can check out Chase Bays products and place your orders directly on our website at FactionMotorsports.com, and make sure to use the coupon code ChaseBaysAfterHours with no spaces to save on checkout. This podcast is also sponsored by Automotive Specialty Wraps. Automotive Specialty Wraps is a company specializing in paint protection film, vehicle wraps, ceramic coatings, and window tinting located in Fair Lawn, New Jersey. Owned and operated by car enthusiasts and drifters, their technicians have over 10 years of experience in the industry. Ceramic coating is one of their specialties and is the service they offer that caught my eye first. In the 60s, NASA and the US military formulated a ceramic coating to be used on spacecraft and planes. This coating would be able to protect them from harsh conditions. Following that, in the early 2000s, ceramic coatings were revamped to be used in the automotive industry. These coatings give your car's paint extra protection while also making it shine. Wax only lasts for a couple of weeks at most, but ceramic coatings last for a year or longer. They perform a full 2-stage polish to the car beforehand to make sure the vehicle is in perfect condition before applying the coating. This service can also be applied to wheels, which would be the best thing you can do to a new set of wheels you just picked up, if you are looking to protect them for years to come. As mentioned, they also offer window tinting and paint protection film installations. Now, everyone knows what window tinting is, but these guys offer carbon or ceramic tinting depending on your needs. Paint protection film, or PPF, is a great idea for those new vehicle owners that want to protect their paint before it gets chipped up driving down the highway. I always suggest having at least the front end done in PPF, like the front bumper, fenders, and hood. ASW is now offering mobile detailing, and this is no basic car wash. It's more of a 2-hour spa session for your car using special soaps designed to extract toxins out of your paint. And the best part is they will come to your house, job, or even to our shop when your car is being serviced to get the wash done. From protecting your tow rig's exterior to full livery installations on your drift car, they have you covered. You can contact them at automotivespecialtywraps.com and make sure to mention our podcast. They are currently offering 10% off mobile washes and tinting services for our listeners. Limitless Autofab is a fabrication shop and retailer located in Illinois. They produce bash bars and catch cans for a bunch of popular models in the drifting community. We started selling their products earlier this year and have heard nothing but great things since. Limitless bash bars are honestly the industry standard right now. Fabricated from 1.5-inch mild steel tubes, these bars are designed to take the impact of light collisions in order to avoid or minimize damage to your body or frame. My favorite part about these bash bars is that they are designed in a way that helps hold most aftermarket bumpers up at the correct height. Unlike a lot of other aftermarket bars that require you to either weld additional brackets on or install those big foam rubber pieces to raise the bumpers up to avoid bumper sag. This is a huge pet peeve of mine when installing bash bars at the shop, so I'm really glad about this feature. Gone are the days of trying to keep your rusty rear factory crash bar because you are worried about bumper fitment issues with an aftermarket one. Their bars also come with jacking points and optional license plate brackets, so everything you need is right there from the start. Limitless Auto also sells catch cans for a handful of specific models. These cans are built in-house and chassis specific. We have used these cans before in the shop with no issues, and they look great as well. The guys over at Limitless are on social media as well at limitless_auto_fab. So please make sure to check out their Instagram and give them a follow. They post photos of all the drift cars using their products, from Front Street Drift Club to Animal Style. If you are in the market for a bash bar or catch can, make sure to check out their full product lineup on our website, FactionMotorsports.com. This podcast is brought to you by Faction Motorsports. We are an automotive performance shop located in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Our shop is easy to get to from Route 17, 3, and 21. We are also only 15 minutes away from New York City. Faction Motorsports provides services that include, but are not limited to, performance part installations, suspension overhauls, general maintenance, engine installations, tire mounting and balancing, and custom four-wheel alignments with our in-house Hunter alignment machine. We also stock a range of performance products in-house. From AN fittings and gaskets to complete body kits, we try to stock as many parts as we can to provide quick shipping times for our website customers and same-day pickup for locals. Make sure to shoot us an email if you are looking to set up an appointment or if you are looking for a part that is not up on our website. Our email is sales@factionmotorsports.com. We are also on Instagram at Faction Motorsports. We got shit in here. Pull it out.
Yeah, pass me another lollipop.
What?
So you're the one that's going to eat these. Okay, they've been sitting there for a while.
Oh, no, they look good.
Guys, Reese Marin is here for podcast number, what is it?
Yeah, welcome everybody to the Faction After Hours.
I was going to try to steal the intro.
I was getting so distracted by this Speedstar wheel catalog over there. But yeah, welcome to Faction After Hours. We're here to bring you another episode. We got Reese Marin on the podcast, the live audience ready. Why don't we get another one? Can we get another one? Thank you.
God forbid I do the intro one time.
Nah, I only have a few things in this world, Frankie. Every episode, 130 something times, I've done that.
Oh, so that's like
from day one.
Okay, so you want to keep doing that?
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming on, Reese.
Dude, second time here.
Yeah.
The first time you were on here pretty early.
And to be honest, that first podcast was a really good podcast because we learned a lot of shit about you, like your whole backstory.
Dude, I didn't know
street
half
drifting.
the things. Yeah.
All that shit.
I actually, that was a pretty pivotal podcast because now I feel like I've known
much
you for
more
years.
like, you know, because there's only so much you can think about. Like on the way home, I was like, oh, there's a story. That story.
That's gonna happen this time too. Well, thanks for coming on. This place is a lot more different, obviously, and
this is.
We was just shooting the shit because what were we talking about?
You wanted to talk about it on the podcast.
Grind the movie.
Yeah. So you watched.
You were watching it?
I was watching
recently?
it the other day. And I was like, how come there's not a drifting movie like Grind?
They're kind of.
Nah. Dude.
What are you gonna say?
There's that bullshit movie, right?
Oh wait, no.
That fake Fast and the Furious movie.
Like Tokyo Drift?
No, that's not. Malcolm, can I get some volume in my headphones or? Thank you. Turn my mic on. Yeah, thank you.
This guy, BRB.
But in Grind, that's one of the. Thank you, Malcolm. By the way, that movie is one of maybe 4 movies where I could play it in my head sitting down. You know what I mean? Like the scene where it opens up, he's fucking skating through the high school and shit.
Right.
Weird details in that movie. I remember the punch buggy shit where they punched.
What did they call it? Sluts.
Slug bug.
Slug bug.
Yeah, dude. Quiz me on anything on
Slug bug.
Quiz me on anything on that movie. I fucking that
I
killer
like it.
soundtrack too.
I
Yeah.
like it because of the bro vibes.
There
And
was,
I'm like, anytime you go on a drifting trip, anytime, that's how it was.
yeah.
Well, at least how it used to be. I mean, I'm assuming still it is.
It is when you're
First
with
it
the
is.
right group of people, like you're with your
Yes,
friends,
yes.
and like something as okay. There's a scene in that movie where they fucking literally have to scheme for the food because their buddy ran out of money.
When they get into the
They go into the
they
garbage can,
the-
get a
the
receipt. Yeah. And they go up and they're like, hey, yeah, I
Good
didn't get
idea.
any of this
Do you
stuff.
think anybody ever tried that? Somebody
Yeah,
tried
100%.
100% somebody tried that.
That's a good idea.
It's got the thoughts got to come from somewhere. Like the scene.
someone did it.
Now let me take a wild guess. Malcolm never saw this movie.
Malcolm skates. Like,
No,
it's a
I haven't.
skateboarding movie. For those of you who don't know this movie,
Seen it? Well, you know what? I mean,
we brought up. Can,
He
you-
not- no, he
can we
not-
play
he
the
doesn't know any
trailer?
movies.
Would we get in trouble for
Yes,
that?
we will get in trouble for that.
Yeah.
Dude, they watch
But
trailers
think
on
about it.
Rogan all the time.
He's a fucking
it's
filthy
more.
rich.
It's more of a bro.
damn
It's
it.
more of a bro movie than a skate movie.
Yeah, it's a okay. So if I had to summarize it up, it's like 3 friends that are very different. Obviously,
It's
just
like road
one-
trip, but everybody skateboards.
literally like road trip, but you add skateboards,
Yeah.
and the conflicts are not really that high. They don't really run into anything bad.
Yeah,
Ever.
It's the best movie.
it's great.
The
It's
plot,
one of my favorite
the
movies.
plot is
'Cause it's
just
relatable.
Yeah, A
Yeah.
to Z. You know every answer to the questions that show up. You know,
The soundtrack is
Sweet Lou.
impeccable.
Sweet Lou, dude.
Sweet Lou.
So when I went to Club
Sweet Lou
Loose,
is
when I
good.
went to
Sweet-
Club Loose, and you guys told me about somebody named Sweet Lou there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah.
immediately what I thought of. So I was looking around, looking for some dude with fucking
A little different, but yeah.
little different. He's the one who failed me for
That
tech.
dude's just as sweet.
Yeah.
as I'm
As-
saying,
as
that
you're
dude's
saying
just
that.
as sweet.
He failed me. He's a
Sorry,
really
bud.
nice guy.
Sorry, bud.
Look, man, I'm sorry, but
With his mustache, like a
that's
sheriff.
mustache.
That was actually
and the
kind of a
belly.
good impression, and you only met him like one
The
time.
I don't know what his voice sounds like at all.
That
and
was weird.
He's awesome.
this is gonna fucking get to him, and he's gonna be like, "Fucking asshole." But mustache, and not for nothing, he had his like no shirt on, so he had a little
Yeah.
bit of a belly.
yeah.
like, God damn,
He had
sorry.
his dad bod going, dude. He
Sorry.
Had it demands authority.
I did just follow him on it. I saw him on Instagram, so I clicked follow, and I was like, "Damn!" Like, I
He
never
listens to
knew
the
who
podcast,
this
I
was. Like, I don't know if we've ever met. We should have him on the podcast. with me
I'm
in.
trying. I've been trying
Sweet
for like a
Lou?
couple years.
Yeah.
I think
He
he's a
just-
family guy. It's
Yeah,
hard to
that's-
get
that's
a
what
hold
it
of
is.
when you
He's
have.
like, he's a dad now.
Yeah, when
He's
you have a
like,
spawn, like you're not gonna.
Yeah,
exactly.
that's what it was. So.
That's the trick, boys.
Speaking of spawn, you don't have any. You don't have any
Hell
spawn, right?
no.
So you be with the shits. That's why Reese
Hell
be outside, bro.
no,
You were in
bro.
Dubai recently. What the fuck was
I
that?
was in
Yeah, can we
Dubai.
talk about that?
Are we allowed
That's
to talk about that?
Yeah,
Is a prince gonna come out and like?
I mean, that'd
Hey!
be rad. Can you imagine?
Whoa, hey, hold on. Somebody's coming in here right now.
the prince.
What? Well, how much more of a flex it could be if I'm at an event and like everything stops because like, yo, what's up, dude? And he comes out all.
Did that happen?
No, I'm just saying if it happened here.
I was like,
what
whoa.
did happen, right, is where the judges. All right, well, so give a little context. I went to Dubai because I went to go be a judge for one of the drifting events that they were having over there at this huge festival thing called Liwa.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, dude, it was like 24 hours a day. Everyone was just like on those like dune buggy things.
Oh,
Petrols just yeah, all day long. They didn't stop.
fire!
Bro, I was asleep in the tent at like 5 a.m. I woke up to take a piss, and all you heard was
What are they doing? Just jumping them in?
They're just in a big. You're just in a huge sandpit. It's hard to even put into words.
I mean, you can look
Can we
up
get
visuals.
Look,
Forza
look up on their
Horizon
Instagram, Aliwa 2005.
This is Forza Horizon. Because when I was watching your stories, that's what I pictured. You know, like that meeting, the hub? Not that kind of hub.
I actually never played Horizon.
You would probably hate it, actually.
Yep, that's why I didn't play
Yep.
it. Yeah.
But Reese, I was just picturing y'all in a desert and just everything was just like, this is Forza Horizon. We're here on the desert.
I mean,
When did you
Fucking
go?
helicopter flying over.
When was this?
People are just doing stuff.
this was This was what, like December 20th?
Oh, so it was recent.
Yeah. It was like a month and a half ago.
Oh, you fucking gave up social media.
I also just never know anything, so there's that too. But yeah, I did for January. How was your January challenge? We shouldn't go off on this right now, but I.
Oh, it was good. Look at
Okay.
me. I look great.
You do look good.
Yeah.
You look good.
He stopped. He gave up junk food for
Junk
January.
food. And now it was February, the bag of chips. I had like a few of them in the cabinet and like
Relapsed
I put 'em
straight
back.
away.
I put them back. I didn't I could see the difference in how I'm feeling.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, me
It's always
too.
good.
Junk food is so fucking good.
I gave up Instagram and I was like, I don't really want to.
We know how that went. You were probably happy as hell.
Yeah, this was it.
This is
What?
the-
I can't read a damn word on this.
I don't
page.
know. How is
That's
that?
it. That's it. See the dudes right there? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yo, did you see the clip where there was two LSs that were together?
No. What
yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah.
See, this is some Malcolm.
Holy shit.
Malcolm, this is the shit
This
that we
is-
do in BeamNG, bro.
Bro, this is all they were doing all day
The
long.
Tesla.
Is that Tesla truck? Rivian?
I
right, turn the
was
music
there
off
for
now.
like I was there for like 4 days, 5 days, and every day that's what was going on.
So what is the drifting?
So aside from of that, right? Because you're inside of this huge sand dune thing. Like,
Is
see
that a
pictures
picture
of it.
right there on the left?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
hell
in the
yeah, this
middle-
is
and in the
exactly
middle-
what I
yeah.
was picturing.
And in the middle of all of that, dude, there's drifting going on. There's also a circus. There's like go-karts. There's
a circus
just-
or a circuit
no circus.
with an S?
Yeah, like there's a bunch of like, or a
Word,
carnival
okay.
or something. I don't know. There's a lot going on, dude. Like, yeah.
What the fuck? This is cool.
Bro.
There's a lot of. I haven't seen one
goes on
cheap
for a
looking
month.
vehicle.
It
in
goes on for a whole month.
a month.
A month, bro.
What?
That's where all the fucking global warming's coming from.
So they got money over there.
I don't know what they got, but they got a lot of it.
They got a lot of time.
I think it's Durans or I don't know what it is, but
A
Yo, and
what?
they
Is that the
are-
currency?
I don't know. I pulled that one out of my ass.
Okay. I was wondering. I don't know if I've ever.
So did
heard
you
of
have to judge this drift company? Is there any footage of this drift? competition?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess we can go to the drifting. It's the boring stuff.
They
It
could
is, yeah.
care less.
I was like-
oh, there it is. There's a little clip.
Yeah, here's a clip of it.
Welcome to Forza Horizon. This
So-
is literally what I'm picturing right now. The voiceover.
So yeah, I went out there. I had a judge with one of the judges from Drift Spain, and then one of the other judges from Drift Portugal. And then I think like Jack Shanahan came out, Kieran came out from Ireland for like another competition that was going on like the week after or a different day than us. So it was good. It was a big festival. It was like one of them was EDC, European Drift Championship.
Oh, I was like,
Okay.
is this?
Yeah.
This
So yeah, it was cool. It was out there. It was comp. It was in a big. It was
I
a bit
feel
of a
like
lot.
this we're watching right now is a takeover.
Yeah, that's a different portion.
Okay.
They're just showing you different. They utilize the space for.
I was
a lot
Oh,
of
they
wondering-
call it.
things.
Look, they call it freestyle drifting.
Yeah, I don't know what that.
I think that's their way of saying takeover.
I mean, maybe.
'Cause that's what it
freestyle.
Yo,
looked
they
like.
did it right.
Yeah.
Nobody. I don't see anybody getting
Like, yo,
clipped
look
by
at
the
all
back
that.
of a car
Look-
there.
Yo, it was wild. Bro.
This is like-
There's a drifting
This is
right
a
there.
spiritual drift event.
There it is. Yeah. It's the wall. I mean, it's the New Jersey Raceway Park.
Yeah, it definitely gave that type of vibe
Yeah.
when I was there.
So you knew what to do already.
Yeah.
What kind of car did they have you piloting over there?
No.
were you
I was
judging?
judging.
I know you got to have definitely.
No.
Not at all.
I got to drive in Dubai, but not there. I got to drive at this place called Drift Home, and they let me rip a G37 and an E36, and like right
Hell
off the
yeah.
rip. And
Oh,
I
nice.
posted those. I posted up on Instagram.
Okay, so those might have been the clips.
Yeah,
that I
the
saw
clips
where
where I
you're
was
driving.
like, yeah, with the meta glasses. Yeah, the meta glasses for the win.
you
all day.
fuck with those.
Wait, what
Bro,
is
I'm-
that?
Yeah, the glasses that record.
Oh yeah. I see.
All
yeah.
of the
Yeah.
ti-
Last time I
all
saw
of
them,
Frankie,
they
you've
were
been
in
using them for fucking.
Nice. I mean,
there. I'm so out of it. I
We all
don't even get the
thought
joke.
Dude, I feel like that was more of your speed back then. There was some
What? But
go
isn't
go
it for
gadget
filming?
fucking-
though?
yeah. That's the whole
Oh, for having. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
now. You're
yeah,
filming while you
yeah.
have glasses on.
Oh, working
Okay.
on the car.
3 minutes at a
Oh,
time.
that's what you
Yeah, 3
at a
minutes. I'll get her done in 3 minutes. Don't you worry. Maybe a few times. Dude. Fucking. That's not much. That's a lot. That's got the world.
Yeah, but all the mountain footage is pretty much on that.
Dude.
That's kind of cool.
And it's literally your eyes. So like,
Yeah.
you know, looking around.
Before I was just putting my phone like in my
No,
my
you're
mask.
not.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Stop.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
I don't
swear to
know
God.
if that's good to see.
Swear to God. I was just like, let me just throw it in there real quick.
So it was like right in front of your mouth.
What do you?
Yeah, it was like right there.
Reese is just using his lips to like.
No, because you know how like when you put some of the helmets on, it's like really tight.
Yeah.
So like I kind of wedged it in. I'm like, oh, it fits right here. So I like covered it up, and I did that for like, I don't know, a couple months, and then I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna get my glasses. Then I got the meta glasses, and I was good.
I don't know how you.
But no one,
You're literally.
Carl's gonna try
yo,
this.
but did you not like the footage? Like I bet you can't even tell the footage.
Hold on, let me see. Hold on.
Yeah.
It would be like this.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't like this at all.
You can't drive
Try
like
it. Try it. It looks weird. It looks like you're.
that? Yeah, but you got a helmet on you right here.
Yeah.
You could do it.
I
mean,
guess
I'm not-
I don't know why
I mean, I'm not
nobody's
saying-
ever.
I'm not saying do it now. I'm just now just go get the meta glasses.
Yeah.
I
Wait,
see
so are those
people-
like the Ray-Ban looking
Yeah,
things? Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of drifters got them now.
What I
don't know
like
where
about
I
it is if you stream or whatever, I think it can stream. Like, can just stream
Yeah,
stuff.
I think for IG and I don't know, maybe.
So you're
Facebook.
getting direct radiation straight to your brain.
Yeah.
All the time.
I don't know how that works. How, can you
anything
play
it doesn't.
music?
We're all gonna
Yeah.
get cancer.
So how
But
do
when
you
you're
hear?
recording, it doesn't.
No, but like, let's say you're playing music. How do you? Are there speakers in it or something?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
so
where
other
are the
people
speakers?
Yeah.
They're in the
Like the frame?
yeah.
Whoa.
So
So I'm
other
just
people
sitting there,
around you
like
can
I'll have
hear
it on. Yeah, I'll have it on, like as you know, on as in like it's waiting for a command. And then if I'm just like on the line waiting to go, and they're like, "All right, go," I'm like, "Hey Meta, start recording," and then it records.
That's it?
And then when it's done recording, I'm like, "Hey Meta, stop recording," and it stops recording.
What do you do when you fall off the mountain? You fuck, Meta, stop recording, fuck. You're fucking upside down and shit.
Hey,
I feel like Meta would just keep on talking. Be like, "What did you say?"
We did not understand your command. Like, and you just
kind of
fucking-
feel like I want those real bad.
Yeah, I think you should get them.
Honestly, at this point, I feel like the next version of them is going to be
Jarvis?
Is going. I don't know.
It's gonna be
just
in your
that
eyeball.
much better.
Yeah.
So like,
No.
I mean,
no,
they're
not
cheap
the
now,
eyeball.
right? They're cheap now, right?
They're
like
200
what?
something, $300.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I get them with transitional lenses, so it's like it was. I think it was 4 when I got them.
I would look so fucking cool with those on right now.
I'm just the next version is gonna be your eyeball. So
No,
I don't know if you want to
no,
wait
no.
for the update.
I think the next version is gonna have something in it.
I want it to be AR, where it's like it's
That's
yeah,
augmented reality. So
yeah.
shit's like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm picturing like
I'm pretty much. I'm trying to be like the Super Saiyan.
It's-
yes,
yeah,
that's exactly what I thought that it
that's
did.
What I want, yeah.
so you would like to be the Terminator or something? Like,
No, I'd rather be Vegeta.
Yeah, but that's a natural ability.
No, it's not. He had a
they have a
scouter.
scale-
They had
they
a
got a
scouter
scouter.
thing that
It
would
Shows
tell you
you
the
how much of a
power.
nerd I am.
Yeah, it's a scouter.
Had a
dude.
little power,
I don't know
but
shit
it doesn't
about that
display
show.
anything in the lens, right? Like I can't be like, "Hey Jarvis, what's the weather?" Boop,
What
fucking
on
tells
the
me.
Meta glasses right now?
Yeah.
No.
Ah, okay, goddamn.
Oh no, if it was like that, I'd be geeking. What?
Yeah, that would be so.
Like
cool.
a heads up
I'm
display.
down.
That's what I think is going to be next.
I think so.
Because when
I'm for it.
when I play on Assetto with the Oculus, some days I'm like, this is really fucking wild
Mm-hmm.
that I get to do this.
Yeah.
Not as of recently now though. I want to drive my real car. It's so cold and fucking sad.
Well, I mean, I was going to until I broke the rat support.
Is that what you got done?
No. I brought it here so I can have an alignment done because I got those wheels on it, and I was like, all right, let me go get it all done up, and a couple other things. And then I ended up like taking it off the trailer. The trailer's ramp came off, and then I slammed the rat support and I broke it. Yo, like the whole quarter piece, bro. And I'm like,
I thought it was like an under panel or something. And
yeah. And then I looked again. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And it's like $300 or something. So it's like the worst.
The
Yeah.
fact that you can get it is pretty good.
Are those guys gonna get it for you?
Yeah. They hit me up and they're like, yeah, just let me know, and then I have to set up, when to set it out and stuff.
And these
so.
guys, what was the name of these guys?
Cool cat?
Sac City,
I know Sac. What is
Sac
that?
City.
Sac City,
Sac
Sac
City.
City Auto Parts. They all have all the VQs and stuff like that. They sponsor one of the guys over in FD.
FD, how's that going? They got.
Oh yeah.
you going to do
Oh
that
yeah. By
again?
the way, you're a judge for FD now.
Yeah, because like
Yeah, well, the last time I was here, I was like, oh, it'd be kind of cool to become a Formula Drift judge. And then
Yeah.
it happened.
Nah, you had something in the
I
works.
had no idea. I really didn't have any idea, and I don't even think it was even a thing until like I walked up to Ryan Sage at the banquet, and I was like, "Yo, like we should make this happen."
Yeah.
I think that's when it really was like, "Oh, are you for real?"
Damn.
So that was way after me coming here and talking about it.
Oh,
He manifested it.
I know,
Yeah.
seriously.
Yeah, I believe in that shit.
Yeah. Well, it works apparently. So
Yeah.
definitely keep doing what you're doing. That's amazing.
Yeah,
man.
it's rad. No, it's cool. It's definitely different from being like now like an official.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like about as official as our sport kind of gets.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
You
for-
officiate the official thing.
Yeah, for that type of driving, yeah. Yeah, like I definitely been a little bit more vocal of saying like there's professional competition drifting, but there's also like professional driving that's not.
I'm gonna quote
Not
Reese
bad.
on this because when we did the gambler, the Casino Royale thing, you had a lot of fun,
Yeah,
and you
had a
like the
blast.
235 thing versus the unlimited thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I-
I think I had the slowest car there. I was pushing maybe 240 to the wheels. If not the slowest, second to slowest.
Wasn't there
Wasn't
that
there a
guy with
Miata?
KA or some shit?
Yeah, because
There was a KA car there.
Okay,
That
then
white,
maybe he was
yeah,
slow.
he got to beat
Yeah, he
there.
got-
And that guy's good as hell, I heard.
He almost
I had
knocked
to go
time out,
against
I
Mike
thought.
Knapp. Mike Knapp slaughtered me. I was like, yeah, what am I gonna do?
And did he buy? Didn't he buy the overs
Fenders?
the other week?
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
Frankie Beans just showed up.
I ran
Yeah.
into him. He was like, "I'm going to show you this tag. Let me know if this looks familiar to you." I'm like, I don't want to sound smart here, but I think that's an Origin tag.
Yeah.
And we got those. Let me ask Malcolm.
Yeah, no, he got him.
I mean, he only owns the track, Reese. So like,
I mean, yeah.
you know, that's a pretty solid guy to lose
Yeah.
to. I think
Yeah, his one Jay-Z or whatever was in it, like kicked my ass. I was like, damn, all right. Well.
that was a fun time.
Now, if
But
you
I
lost
had
to
a
the
blast.
KA
That was
car,
so
it'd be
fun.
like-
I was like, there's no way I can maybe get past one person. You know, and then I was like, after that, you look who's there. Everyone showed up with like, not the stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, yo, where's this VA coming from, bro? Like, but I get it. It wasn't a serious thing, so it was just cool to go out there and just kind of show people that you can just thrash and it doesn't matter.
You've been trying to set up a drift event like that for a while.
Yeah, it's just easier now to just go to them.
Yeah.
You know what I
He
mean?
always would call me and be like, Yo,
I'm like,
we
why
gotta
don't
do
we
like a
just-
street series.
You know,
thing.
like it's to gauge, like, I don't like the wild grippy, like, and I know it's ironic because like I judge Formula Drift.
I was about to say that's like what they do there is literally pioneer that grip shit, and then it trickles down to us.
But
down
it's a
here.
job.
Us plebes.
Yeah.
It's a job.
Oh,
But it is
know?
cool that the FD judge drifts. Which
Yeah.
is I don't
you
know.
would hope so.
Now I don't know if I'm speaking at it like I don't do the other ones
do
drift?
the other
Yeah,
judges
yeah,
drift?
They do,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
It'd be weird if you weren't a part of the sport.
I'm just
like-
a lot. You just see a lot because I'm way more available. I mean, they have kids and families and stuff.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. I don't
like
have-
lives and futures.
Yeah,
and-
yeah. Their lives are way more complicated than.
Yeah.
Like I wake up and I'm like, so what are we doing today? You know, like they don't got that. They wake up and it's just like, I don't know, dad, mom, you know, like real shit.
Yeah.
You know, like they're like, oh, I have to remodel my house or something. I don't know. Like I ain't
Shit,
talking
we
about
gotta.
that shit.
We
You know,
dude,
like-
the sink in the kitchen is going nuts. We gotta have to fucking not do the drifting thing this month.
yeah, that's not even a conversation that I've ever had in my life. You know what I mean? Like,
I kind of like, how do you feel about that? Do you like where you are in life? Because I'm the same as you, and I feel pretty content about not.
about kids.
Yeah.
Talk about a subject we don't talk about a lot.
Yeah,
in drifting,
that-
right?
I would
You
like to
two-
get I would like to get this out
You
there.
two
yeah.
can
So-
talk about this, and I want to listen.
So I think it would. I don't think I could do what I'm doing if I had a kid.
Yeah.
Am I happy that I went about it this way? Yeah, right now. But my dad definitely kind of explained something to me. Was just kind of like, you may not like realize it now, but it's like way later on. Because like I'm around for my mom and dad, and my brothers are around for that. So like they have that last bit of like connection. But theoretically, I wouldn't, because I have no kids or nothing like that.
Yeah.
You know, I have my nieces and stuff like that. They could have kids, and I could maybe have that, or my younger brother maybe have kids, but me directly, I won't. So he says like that might be something you miss depending on how your life unfolds later on in life.
Yeah. What I always say to people is, I'm like, is there something that just like clicks in your head where all of a sudden you want kids, or is that not something that exists? Because if it doesn't, then I don't think I'm ever having kids, because that's not even a thought in my brain.
I 100%. I mean, I'd have to have a girlfriend.
Yeah,
I'd have to be with
obviously
someone,
we're
There's a lot of steps.
I'm the same.
Yeah,
I'm the
yeah.
same.
that
I'm in the
have
same
to
boat.
happen.
But we're just assuming that.
So let's say, I've been with someone for a while, and I'm, and I have a kid. I think it would be more so like for me personally, I would want to be financially in a better position for that.
yeah.
Like I am definitely where I need to be to do what I do now.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy and content with it.
And if you didn't drift,
and if I
you
didn't
probably
drift-
could afford a kid, no problem.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think so.
See, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like,
So I would want to do
Isn't that
it.
sad? That's horrible to say, actually.
But it's the truth because immediately
can
it's not horrible. It's just that I feel like we all have that instinct, even guys. I mean, I want to speak for everyone, but I feel like most of us, I think, or at least me, if I were to have a kid, I'd be like, immediately I'd go into dad mode. I think it's like an instinct or something,
you
because
just
my
like
dad's
start
always
breastfeeding and like.
No, more so. My dad's done a really good job of being a father figure, so I'd want to pass that on. You know what I
Reese,
mean?
I think both of you would be great parents. Same with me
no
too. I
way.
think
No
Malcolm-
way you think I would be a great parent.
Oh no, man.
How?
You're
Why
just
would you not be
you're
a great
being
parent?
nice right
How
now.
would you not be a great parent?
I think if
You're
I had a
literally
daughter, she'd have me
and
wrapped
fun
around her
some
finger.
days.
If I had a daughter, she'd have me wrapped around her little finger.
Yeah, I
most
can see you
definitely.
being that. Yeah.
I'd be screwed.
But Frankie quite literally
But guess
makes rules.
what? Guess what though? We don't got kids.
We don't.
We don't got kids.
We don't. That's why I'm just
I
over
don't
here
know,
painting.
dude. I like no offense to anyone who has kids, but like I see their lives.
No offense
and
at
I'm like,
all.
I'm like, fuck that
I feel like
shit.
I feel like
think-
people
I
who
think they're
have
the most-
kids understand.
Yeah,
that.
yeah. They have the hardest job in the world. in
Yeah.
my opinion.
Yeah.
They're like
Definitely.
we would understand if. I mean, they could probably look at me and be like, maybe that kid
Like
maybe
imagine
shouldn't
we
have a
get to
kid.
go home tonight and go to sleep and not have to worry about where anyone's at.
Yeah. I mean, my fucking employee just started his car. You can hear in the back, but he's got 2 kids, and I'm like, every time he comes in,
But he makes it happen.
bro, he comes to work.
Yo, all
every
power
day.
to him. He's a stronger man.
He
than
makes
me.
it happen. He's
Never
a dad.
sleeps.
Dads are strong people. Moms are strong
Yeah,
people.
yeah, no,
You know,
they're
because you have to
warriors.
take care. You now have you like leveled up in like the life tertiary. Like you went boop, and now you under this bracket you have another human now, so that the other human can make their own bracket.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Fucking
Whatever
crazy.
the fuck Carl just
Yeah, the
said.
seating
But
bracket of life, bro.
yeah.
They
What
got-
I'm saying is he comes in and he doesn't complain about anything. And then
Yeah.
other employees will come in and they'd be complaining about everything. And I'm like,
Okay.
go look at
you know,
what the fuck?
Perspective is life. You know, perspective is life. You know?
Yeah, but it's
Malcolm's
like
sitting
look at
right here.
Jesus. Like he fucking has 2 kids. He got 2 hours of sleep last night.
Yo, but like maybe he's just
He's gonna bust his ass all day.
Makes it
maybe he just-
happen.
Yeah, perspective on life, dude.
Also, you have 2 kids, so you gotta fucking bust your ass and make money.
Yeah, and maybe
So-
those kids bring some sort of I can only assume some amazing joy to his life where it's like,
Yeah, that's what everyone says.
that and that's where I think the disconnect because we don't have that.
Yep.
But
I wouldn't even
can
know what
assure
that
you.
feeling. I get teary eyed about little shit some days. I could never see my son walk. What? Oh shit!
I think more so when I saw my older brother go through it, because my older brother's 10 years older than me. So then when he had kids and I saw him become a dad, and I'm like, damn, my brother's like, he's doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it.
That's on him.
I was like, yo, he's a real one.
Yeah.
He's like,
And for me, I'm turning 30 next month.
oh fuck you! Don't turn 40 in May.
I know. Well, I just kept.
I'm in the middle.
I used to make fun of Frankie all the time for being 30. And then all of a sudden,
Oops.
now I'm gonna turn 30.
Yep.
So now me and Frankie are the same age.
Not really how it works, but yeah.
Once
pretty
you
much.
enter that bracket,
Yeah, you're
yes,
in the bracket.
You are.
Yeah.
For a little while, no one asked anybody how old they were.
Now
in our
Malcolm's the
friend
only
group.
one that can make fun of us.
Well, how old are you?
Malcolm, how old are you?
28.
That's
28.
It's not really.
Screw you, Malcolm.
That's like where it
He
drops
has,
down a
he
little
has
bit.
no grays. He has nothing.
Oh, he
But
does
no,
though.
for
He
me,
does.
like I think I don't want to stop Same deal. If I had a kid, and the kid, first of all, can happen anytime. Like I meet somebody, I have a wild night, or if I'm with somebody for a long time.
Hey, he's being honest.
Like it doesn't matter. Like if that baby happens, I'm stopping a lot of the things that I like doing.
Okay, but here's the difference.
I'm not sacrificing anything. I'm not selling anything, but I know that you got to lock in, just like Jesus.
But I feel like you would like to have a kid.
I would love to, but I just know that my
You are
card,
dad.
the
Carl,
card,
you're
yeah,
dad.
the
You can tell.
cards in my hand, none of them equal that right now.
And Malcolm would like to be a dad.
Malcolm would love to.
Yeah.
You would whip that thing out, boop, right on.
Wait, what? Oh,
Wait, what?
Whip the tit out.
Yo, Paul.
all right.
Oh, all right.
that how it works?
I talked to Malcolm about this,
Do you really?
Yeah.
Well, you sit next to each other for a
He's
while.
28.
Because what happens is like someone will do some crazy dumb shit and I'm like, this guy's got a fucking kid. What an idiot. And then I'm like, oh wait, you want a kid one day. Never mind.
No. See, so that's exactly what I'm talking about.
I just don't get it.
Where
I
in the
don't get it.
manual says that dad can't fucking continue to have fun and be who they are?
You know what it
and
is?
do the shit that they like to
I
do.
think ideally, if you told me, hey man, you can have a kid and you can still do everything, and I have a structured enough to where I can give him that lifestyle
and afford both comfortably.
then sign me up.
I mean, people are
You
doing
know?
it.
But and I know there are people who are doing it, but like, I want to be able to do it comfortably.
Yeah.
You know
know
who
what
I
I
think
mean?
is an awesome dad, and I still see around? Rich, bro.
He just had a kid, right?
I know,
Last year?
but I saw the baby pretty shortly after they had it. I was like, or him or her, I don't really remember.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But nonetheless, I was like, hey, Rich, shouldn't you be like,
yeah.
oh,
Well, Rich is a good example. Let's see what happens with Rich because Rich is fucking deep into drifting.
and he's smart, but
Yeah.
see, Rich knows what to do. I already could tell you he knows what to do.
Yeah.
You got Stoneback.
Stoneback
what the fuck
too?
are we talking about?
Stoneback has,
8 kids now, right? 8?
I think 9.
Three.
No, 8, 10.
He has
10.
a soccer
Like
team.
20, I think. Yeah.
And like 8 S15s.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, it was the S15 number I was confusing it with.
Yeah.
No, but he did.
Hector's a good dad, and he's still in the game. You know.
Hector's a great
Hector
dad.
is ripped
Yeah,
right now. Are you friends with Hector on Facebook?
Yeah.
Hector's like he just went to the pen or something.
I don't know. And I'm over here. I'm like, God damn, my
I
fucking.
feel like he middlemans a lot right now. Like
He looks like
gets a
Gabe's
piece of
older
everything.
brother, dude.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
I remember when he was here, like what, 2 years ago?
Like that's
2
not
years
Hector,
ago?
it's Heck.
No.
You know, like that's not Hector.
He was here like
anymore.
2 years ago. He's like, yeah, I got to start working out again. And then boom, fucking ripped.
I'm telling you. Did you see a picture of him recently? He's literally
seen,
jacked.
yeah.
I'm like, Hector.
when
bro.
he says he's going to do something, he does it. You know,
Yeah.
there is that too.
Characteristic trait there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Heck. What's up, Heck?
What's up,
It was Gabe's birthday recently too. I think.
Well,
That's
yeah,
so
you
funny
could-
we're talking
They're
about
so
that.
tall.
You could judge a father based on how his kids come out, right? That's a good way to do it. And look at Hector's kids. Fucking amazing.
I feel fucking when Gabe's around, I feel like I need to be on my best behavior.
exactly. And
Swear
that's
to God.
how you feel when you're around Hector.
Gabe is great because like if he don't like something, like
Yeah, he'll let
see
you know.
automatically.
Right on his face.
He'll just be like on his face, it just says like that's corny.
Yeah, like-
like just you can see it on his face.
What
And
are
then-
we doing?
Then he looks at you for confirmation. Like, right? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, and he's right, and he don't care. He's just like,
And just so people know, these are Club Loose people that we're talking about right now. So
I haven't heard from Gabe in a minute. He's probably, you know what it is? If I haven't heard from Gabe, he's probably doing something, and it's probably something very beneficial to him. And so,
he's probably
Wish-
getting beat up
wish
by a
you well.
Heck.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah.
What do you mean, bro?
dude, Heck is, he'd be deadlifting and shit. You'd be seeing that. I'm like, bro.
Can you imagine getting hit by a punch buggy by him, bro?
Imagine you fail tech by him. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, seeing him mad.
Go for
is-
his knees, bro. Go for his knees.
Yo, stop.
All right,
That's
so
every older person's weak point.
so kids are off our table right now, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just glad I'm not alone. That's why I want to ask.
No,
you.
because I mean, I just couldn't do what I'm doing and travel and do all that stuff. And you know, because I think because I have a lot of people that ask me like, hey man, like I want to do something like this. I want to get involved in drifting and all into a different capacity and stuff and all that. But what it really comes down to is like when that phone call comes and they're like, yo, I need blah, 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 blah. You got to be ready to say, yeah. You can, oh, I don't know. Like, nah, you just got to go. Like the whole Dubai thing, that was like a week before.
Yeah, that's a good example.
That's
yeah.
a pretty
That
good
was like, yo, are you
that's a good
available?
example.
Yeah, all right, cool. Like, someone will call you in like an hour, and like they called me. Next
and a
thing
truck
I knew,
will come by and pick you up.
Yeah, and like and everything worked out perfectly. Like a big shout out to Yusef, everybody from over there. It was awesome. But like last minute, like, yo, what's up?
I hate to sound like the bitch in the room right now, but the sport that we do is not exactly safe either. Like if you have a kid that you need to come home to some days,
stop.
You know
Drifting's
what I
safe.
mean? Kablam! Fucking
Drifting.
explosion.
Maybe
SR20. Blow!
Maybe when we were
Fucking
doing it on the
explosion.
street, but I mean, I think it's pretty safe.
I think
You
it's
think
safe.
so?
Yeah.
Well, now you have Link ECUs providing you fail safes in every parameter. No. Hey, yo, Link.
Link's,
good.
Link's about to make a lot more sales.
That was real good.
You know why?
Because of that?
No.
Oh.
Because Jay from Auto Factory Realize came out with a little Power FC looking device to put their screen in.
Of course
and you
Jay
can
would fucking
control
make
it too.
Fucking
What?
Jay is brilliant
Yep.
as hell, man.
That's crazy.
So now,
That's a smart guy.
now it's pretty bad.
That's a guy
Oh,
who
yeah.
listens, though, okay?
Now people are gonna have no reason to do Power FC.
And I hope Jay listens to the podcast. I know there's a lot of episodes, and I don't know how up to date people are, but I get to talk to Jay sometimes, and that's kind of weird because I just knew him through the videos.
Oh, really?
I never met him ever.
He's the nicest guy in the world.
I feel like we would have a really good conversation.
Yeah.
Call
Jay,
me-
come out here.
Call me sometime.
We're not gonna fly you out, but come out.
But
here.
Yo, if you happen to
that
be around,
that click through thing, bro, he probably knew how to do that already.
Dude, this shit is crazy. Like it has buttons on it and everything. It looks like a Power FC.
Do you hear yourself? It has buttons on.
Like they work. Okay,
Like,
let
it's
me-
all set
let
up.
me
It's
explain
ready to
something.
roll.
Usually, what happens is someone will make something and put a screen in it, and then that's it. And they're like, "Yeah, look, it's like a Power FC." No, it's not. You can't control it. This is you can control it. So like, he pretty much just changed the game for 240 owners and anyone else. Honestly, anyone else who really liked the Power FC Commander, because now it's like, well, Apexi's not updating their ECU, obviously.
yeah, it's crazy.
So-
Like, it's crazy how far those 240s have come.
Yeah,
Like, I think I'm just gonna start doing out the beige one.
you probably should.
I was gonna keep it, but I'm like, keep it to like, oh, let's keep it original. But
You
fuck
need to
that.
drop that off here, and we need to have a conversation
A
about that.
beige what?
So
I
we
got a
can
beige
figure
one.
this out.
I picked one up that's all stock, and I just drove it around
Not
for
for
a while.
long.
Yeah, you don't drive it. You don't drive it anymore.
No, but I'm sure there's some rust and stuff. Like anything
Good,
else.
time to drift it then.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on, wait, Jay. I hope that you sell that thing and that does something for you. by
He's
the
going
way.
to.
Because
Yeah,
sorry, just put a lid on that.
and we're gonna sell it here.
Because my next thing was how good the link works. Just period. Like
Yeah,
Daryl just
it's
texted
good.
me, and that threw me off because I was going to talk about Daryl, my roommate, and also one of my best friends. I turn his car on to move it any day of the week, any temp. You remember that cold ass day we had a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
I had to move the car, and it skipped my mind that like, oh, this is like it's a 1J in here. It might not turn on. Kick, kick, kick. Boom. Link.
How was
ECU,
it?
bro.
How was it?
Kick, kick, kick. Easy. 2 cranks, like one of those. Not that. What's up?
see ya.
There he goes. There's the dad.
There's a dad.
There's-
Yo, get in here, yo.
Hey, Zeus, Zeus. Yo,
All
come in here.
We got
look,
Jesus
look.
here.
Now you're gonna
That's a-
rob
that's a
more of his
face off a
time.
dad. That's a
You're
face
quite
off a dad.
literally going
Come
to
here.
rob more of his time.
Come here. We were just talking about how me and Reese don't have kids and we don't really want them. But then I told him about you and I said, this guy has 2 kids. He comes in here every morning. He says, yeah, I got like 2 hours of sleep last night. And he never bitches about anything. Can you tell us how it is living the life of a dad drifter? Just give me like a rundown. Like, is it easy?
Hell no, it's not easy. Yeah, you just do it. Like having kids and trying like it's all balancing, like money wise, time wise, making sure they're good, and obviously I got a wife making sure she's good. So you know what they say, happy wife, happy life. But it's all about like a balancing act and try to get your kids to like it, so they want to come out. So
Reese was like,
That's wild. That you hear that response? It's very mature. It's very
I know.
like calm.
yeah,
We're over here. I'm over here.
We're immediately
we're over here like kids. Fuck that.
I asked Reese if he was ready to breastfeed. Like totally different wavelengths here, and that's good. It's also good that we know that as a 3 over here and possibly a 4.
yeah.
Like we know that.
Malcolm's next. He's gonna have a kid next.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You wildin'.
All right. Well, thanks.
Wow.
Jesus.
Thank
We
you,
want to get
Jesus.
your opinion.
Yeah, better get going.
Yeah, they are. She already texted me. It's like your kids want you.
Oh God.
So where are you?
Fuck.
Yep.
It really be like that though.
Yeah.
And that I think it's good again to our characters that we said what we said and we know, you know? We're not here
But
trying
I will-
to be somebody we're
I
not. But
will
I
say,
would
though-
love to be a dad one day, hopefully.
I will say though,
Get that
I
feeling.
feel like
It'll
there's a lot more people that I know that are like me in the industry. I mean, I know people that have kids, obviously, but I know a lot more people that are more similar to like how I'm going about doing it, and they don't have kids, and it's the same reason. They're like, we just need the flexibility, we need this, we need that, and that's just kind of how we went about doing it.
Well, that's good to hear because sometimes I think I'm just wired completely wrong.
Yeah, I mean, but you never know. You might meet someone, you fall in love, and then
Yeah, I get that part.
yeah.
It's the other part where I'm like,
Well,
I don't get that part.
it goes like, and then
Yeah, and then what?
The Discovery Channel, dude.
No, I just don't. I'm like, oh, cool. We're in love. We're hanging out. Yay, life's awesome.
and then the bird comes.
Imagine we just had a really annoying fucking thing that was hanging around and it would just never let us do anything.
You're scared that your baby. You're scared. This guy is afraid that you wouldn't love your. You're scared you would not love your kid.
when I
That
When
is
I'm-
crazy,
when I say I don't understand it, I don't understand it.
bro. It is literally. It's like
You know when I
you.
You know when I don't understand it? When I have to take a flight to Orlando.
That's a good example, but that's
To
me
our
24/7.
Oh,
'cause
because of the
Disney
plane. Because of the.
World,
Oh.
But that's me 24/7, dude. Like I don't get it. Like when I see them running around, I'm like, I don't get it. When they're being cute and shit, I'm like, yeah,
How would
that's cute, but I don't get it.
Do you think you would be able to? So when you're on a plane like that, what annoys me is because there's things that I would do if I was a parent in that situation. There's some things that I would do to try because I'm considerate of my surroundings and I took that responsibility. The person next to me didn't. Like
So that
I would
thought
try.
right there
I would try. And
Never
when they're-
even came into my mind.
when they don't try, and I see the person sitting there fucking watching or playing something on their iPad or something, I'm like, dude, if that was my mom, she'd be trying to, tell me, or I would try to educate my child, like, yo, we're on a plane, shut the fuck up.
Yes and no. I mean, I agree with what you're saying, but at the same time, it's like we have no idea.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Exactly. So
etiquette.
it's like
It's just what I would do.
people
It's
have
just me
different etiquette.
trying
Yeah.
to think of what I would do.
I don't. The thought doesn't even come in my head when I see it. When I see a baby like crying or some shit on an airplane,
What would you do?
and it's annoying me.
Just close my eyes.
Exactly. I just close my eyes and go, why the fuck
just-
would
I'm
you
just
ever
like-
do that to yourself?
And then you start looking
night.
you start like clicking on the screen thinking like
I don't know if you're watching this, but Reese really said, I just wanted to fucking close my eyes, please. Bro
That's what
doesn't
it is.
even have a
and then
kid.
you start looking at the headrest with the screen to see how long until the plane lands. You're like, 7 hours, Jesus
No,
Christ.
no.
No one's gonna get this reference, but I have to say it. No one's seen the movie Kung Pao, right?
Yeah.
You saw it? You saw it?
He said yeah.
No
Yeah.
fucking way.
I used to
I've
rent
not.
that from the
Shut
library.
the fuck up. Malcolm saw Kung Pao. Okay.
Can we explain what
Yes.
is this and what year is the movie?
I,
Is
don't-
it an
I
old
cannot
movie?
explain the movie
Old
to you.
movie?
It's
Old
so
movie?
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a kung fu flick.
It's a comedy kung fu flick.
parody.
It's a parody.
Definitely
Yeah.
not.
Anyway, the beginning, one of the opening scenes, this lady's walking down the street. These guys, this I think it's this family or something, but they abandon their child. They throw the child down the mountain. So the mountain's rolling, the kid's rolling down the hill, right? And he stops, and this woman finds the kid. She goes, oh my God. Picks up the baby. She goes, so cute. Bye-bye. And rolls it down the hill again. And I'm like, that's me. That's literally me. So that's my mindset.
That's what you fucking
Yeah,
have
I
to
don't
bring
get
to
it.
the table.
I don't get it.
I know a lot of people. I have nothing against it, but I do know a lot of people that it's just a big no.
Yeah. Oh,
just
dude,
a huge
I also have friends who are like, that's why you just have
I think
to.
I have more friends that are the opposite.
You just gotta pick what you what's for you. You know what I mean? Nobody's
Yeah.
telling you
I need more of those friends hanging around.
what the nose.
Sometimes
the
you got to
nose.
change
Yeah,
your.
yeah, yeah.
To make me
Sometimes
feel
you got to
normal.
just adjust your circle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you need to like maybe snowboarding, skydiving, more drifting,
Skydiving.
fucking just crazy stuff. Go to Bali and all that shit.
Skydiving people probably, they probably not
Hell
really
yeah,
big
dude.
parents.
I could see you going to a fucking little travel group where it's singles only. You staying in hostels and shit.
But-
Yeah,
but
hell
then-
yeah.
But then, like, you see it on the other side. Like, for instance, like I used to spot for Alec Robin in FD, and like he would bring his whole family, literally a whole soccer
Yeah, I
team
was
worth
gonna-
of people, and like. I mean, don't get me wrong. For me, it's still a hell no. I wouldn't do it like what
feel
I
the
saw
same
there.
way.
Hell no. But to see how
Supportive and
how
like-
supportive, like
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. Like,
Yeah.
you would go to the Airbnbs because I would stay with them, right? And they would like cook food and this, that, and the other. So like, I thought that was really cool. Again, still a no, still a hard no. But like,
But it's cool to
Good
see.
for them.
Yeah.
I was gonna bring up.
you.
Like, yo, it worked. And I'm just looking at this dude. And I'm like, dude, he's doing all this. Obviously, the fans don't know this, right? Because all they see is him show up and drive.
Yeah.
But like, Alec is like building this and that. And like, him and his brother in law are over here like working on the car and they're figuring this shit out, this, that, and the other. And like, he has like, he's a dad, like puts him to sleep and shit, all in the same weekend of FD. And I'm just like, damn.
Yeah. But
you're,
see, now
you're
that,
Superman.
this is the other part that so I'm pretty disciplined. I like to challenge myself, things like that.
Right.
I think parenting is probably the like highest level of like, you want to challenge?
Well,
Be a
because
dad.
now you got to discipline somebody
Frankie,
else.
you saying you
Well-
like a challenge, but like, you're S13, dog.
You're right.
You're S13.
I dropped
Wow.
the ball on that one.
But wait, on the other end, just like that, I wanted to
We
bring
just had
up.
to bring it to light again. You know?
Don't worry. It's people talk
I
about
thought we were
it.
going to
Don't
go the
worry.
whole podcast without talking about it.
That would have been nice.
It was close.
No.
No, we're literally 20 minutes in. No, but
he was waiting for that.
on the other hand, do you remember Quan, my one friend Quan?
Yes.
He has a daughter who's 7. So
Yes. I met
a
her.
kid
man.
who can talk and like have a conversation with you
Yeah.
and be around things and be somewhat responsible. Okay. When I see that, that's when sometimes the empty feeling hits where I'm like, damn, like they're making memories together. They rode a ATV.
That's what my dad
They rode
said.
an ATV around at E-Town, and I was like,
See,
she's
this
gonna
is-
remember that. Hopefully,
This is someone who wants a kid because you could tell. 'Cause
I gotta
that
paint. I gotta fucking-
that would not even come in my head.
what making memories and shit.
The whole thing. It's,
See,
just,
like,
it's not even.
I don't relate to it at the moment, but I feel like if I had no other choice and like I'm put into that situation, I'd probably be all about it. And again, I think it's because I had such a, I have such a great dad.
Yeah,
So I think I'm like, all right, like I've seen this before. I can
Yeah.
do this.
yeah.
The only way I'll have a kid is if I make it a challenge for myself.
Frankie's like, hey,
Let's see if we can do this shit.
how many sit-ups can you do?
Yeah.
Get-
Frankie's kid is gonna finish the S13.
Yes. That. You know what?
I'm
That's
right
the
there for my
reason.
Do you think
dad.
he's gonna finish the S13 first or pop a kid out first?
S13.
Frankie's gonna be
Well, we
the guy
need
to
the kid
figure out.
first because the kid's gonna finish it.
Well, he's gonna figure out how to have a kid on his own. He's gonna find some way to pop a kid out on his own.
Oh, dude.
I heard you
then-
could do that these days.
Somewhere.
I don't know. Men can have kids. I heard. Oh, are we done with that now?
I don't.
I think horse. What is it? Isn't there like an animal where the
There's
male-
some animals that. Oh,
Seahorse.
Malcolm knew that shit. Real quick.
Seahorse, that's what it is, right?
Seahorse.
Malcolm's like, I'm a seahorse.
Yeah, dude, you identify. I remember.
Yeah.
Remember that one time Malcolm
He
was like, I
identifies as-
identify as a seahorse. Yeah.
Oh,
I did not say that.
are you sure? Because you kind of look like one.
No.
You've been
Yo,
mad
shut
quiet
the
about the
fuck
kid
up.
talk.
No,
bro.
you kind of look like
He
a
has been.
seahorse.
I think
been
he's talking
mad
about the
quiet.
haircut, the little flip back. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know what it is, but wait, was that real, Carl? Were you serious about that?
Fuck
What,
no.
seahorse?
When the fuck
Why do
would
I think you look like a
Malcolm-
seahorse a little?
Fuck you.
Maybe it's his. I don't know.
I did not say that. That is
don't
not
know.
what I said.
You look
I
like
said,
a sea monkey.
Fair enough.
There was so much ammunition there. I'm like, man, I wonder who's gonna pop off.
I know, right? I was wondering.
What?
I don't
Hey,
know.
you've been mad quiet. You think you'd be good with it? You think you'd be a good dad?
I think I'd be a good dad, but I won't be a good dad right now. I'll tell you that much.
Are you in the same thing? You're like, I just kind of want to get financially. And like,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
and-
Or I just feel like I'm not mature right now.
right.
That's how I
Give me
feel about
Right.
kids.
a few more years, I'll be all right.
And I feel the same.
Yeah.
Like 10 years later, and I feel the same.
Like Like those little Mott's fruit snacks, I'd give him one or him or her one. I'd be like, damn, these are good as fuck.
To me, I don't know. I'm just going to sound more and more like a piece of shit this episode. So to me, it's like when I see...
No, don't feel alone. First of all, people have commented before.
Someone
hey,
out
don't
there's like,
feel alone.
fuck yeah, Frankie.
Yeah.
I hope so, but...
Someone out there's like, yeah.
This is
like-
one of the most accepting times possible,
To
dude.
me, it's like I see a kid and I'm like, okay, so at what time in my life do I want to fucking ruin my life?
it doesn't ruin.
maybe-
See, you
you know
thinking
what I mean?
about it
Right.
wrong.
That's
I
how
think.
it goes through my head.
No.
Well, I mean, if you had tons of money, or let me not say it that way. If you were in a
You're right,
situation, yeah, I just don't want to say it that way, but if you're in a situation where it's like, wow, this could easily happen, but again, you're going to have someone that says, it's never
There
the
you
right
go,
time.
you make it
So
happen.
you,
It's just,
you
know.
also sound like you could be a dad at one point.
I think I could be.
Okay, now give me
Yeah.
$1 million. Give me $1 billion.
You're not
Not really
you're
thinking
not
about a
having
kid
a single
still.
child.
Yeah.
With that
Nope.
$1 billion, I can tell you, you're not having a kid anytime in
Yeah.
that
Someone
month.
gave me $1 billion, I probably wouldn't have kids.
Because you know what it is? It's like
Really?
Oh, wait a minute. That contradicts what I just said.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, nah, it does.
No, but
I think in that process of the $1 billion, I would find some fun where all of a sudden I might
no.
magically have a
This
kid.
is the issue. Right now, if someone were to give me $1 billion, I wouldn't, because like I don't have someone.
yeah.
That's gonna be the mom.
Yeah,
we're assuming.
that's-
So if I had someone, and then
That's
I'd be
like
like, oh yeah, cool.
That's a whole nother animal.
Can you imagine me going home like, yo, I just got $1 billion. You trying to have a kid?
That's a whole nother thing. Is that like I can't finding
Smash?
finding somebody to fucking try to explain what we like to do to, like it's like
Yo,
they're going to be like, what are you?
Let me just put this out there, right? Like this is so embarrassing. Like,
Hold on a minute.
yo, this is, trust me. So like, obviously,
We don't cut anything out of here, just so you know.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. Like,
Okay.
yo, people need to hear this because this is happening.
Yeah, no, they do.
So like, I remember this one time. I meet this girl, this chick,
Okay.
and she's like official, has like a big girl job and like all that.
Uh-huh.
And like, you know, I'm like, yo, we think like we have pretty cool lives. We get to travel. We get to go see all this right to us.
Uh-huh.
But like, this chick was not impressed, bro.
Dude.
Oh, by like drifting and all that.
Like,
shit?
she was like, so that's not even a job. Like, what? I was like,
Oh yeah.
No,
I get that.
that's-
yeah. I know what you mean.
yo, cut me down hard,
Yeah.
like hard, like to the point
Reese
where like I sat
Marin.
there and I was just like,
No, that's real.
Those women exist.
yo,
One?
yeah. I was kind of about it.
One,
She
what
asked you for your credit score too, right? The first date.
what you do is cool, Reese. Don't let anybody tell you.
I know, but it was cool and refreshing for someone to stand their ground. She didn't say it like a bitch or anything. She just kind of stated like where she was coming from.
Yeah.
And it was just she just wasn't about that. But to like when you hear someone, when you always hear you do what, that's so you know what I mean? Like me and all my friends always hear that. But to hear someone who just doesn't give a fuck about
Well,
that
it
shit,
is good
to
to
be
hear
like,
that.
yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
You're just like, all right.
It's refreshing to hear that perspective, kind of,
Yeah.
honestly.
I had to tell. I went on a snowboard. Every year I go on a snowboarding trip with some college friends of mine.
Right.
That group is my insight, as well as a couple other friends from home. But that group is my insight to what reality is like outside of
Or
our little,
what it could have been.
or
too.
what it could have been outside of our little bubble. Because what we have is a little bubble.
Right.
Of
Yeah.
like our friends
It's a
of what-
biodome, dog.
of what
Yeah, it's a
of
biodome. It's a
people
biodome.
who are built just like us. They got feelings. They think just like us. Little dome of it.
We live in a fantasy world.
But then those kids, like, and not kids, like, God forbid they hear this. Those guys mean the world to me because they fucking give me that perspective. Okay, this past trip, for the first time, I brought up something that I feel like I've never, because I skip out on some of the outings. Like I don't.
Okay.
I had to tell them.
Oh,
I'm
you
like,
said something
I'm like,
about it.
yeah, you know me.
Yeah. What did you say?
Because it was brought up. It's like, hey, man, we don't really see. Mike, he's never going to listen to this. Mike, I had to say no to some of these things because, like, I'm sitting there and I'm the, 13th, 15th wheel on the front, spearheading any useless conversation I can because I don't know what the hell y'all are all talking
you
about.
can't relate to
I can't relate to nothing.
Yeah.
I can't. We're talking about houses. Okay, cool. I'm looking for an old house. I'd love to build like a barn dominium, one building, kitchen on the top.
Did you say a barn dominium?
This is just an example. Catwalk, lifts right in front. I could wake up, see my car.
Yeah,
Ew,
that's
no.
a total,
Why would you do that? That
Yeah.
would, ew, no, ew, gross. What? No. And I had to explain, like sometimes, and it's not, I'm coming from like a place of like, I'm not saying I hate you. It's just understand I don't know
the
how
fuck
to
up.
act
Well,
in any of that.
This is a big part of growing up too. You
Like,
Yeah,
realize
that happens, bro.
Yeah.
That's gonna.
and then you have to be like,
happen.
okay, is it worth spending my time with this person that I can't relate to, or is it worth spending my time with these people that I can relate to, and maybe it can push me a little bit further? And,
But I wanted to make sure that I wasn't telling him like, I hate hanging out around you when you talk about this stuff. I don't want that.
yeah,
I understand that that's who you are, and I love you for that way, bro. And I respect what you do.
When you
but
hang
just
out with
don't,
them-
but just don't think that I'm just fucking giving you the culture. I just
Yeah.
don't want to have to sit and talk about fucking maybe the possibility that you guys are planning to have a kid, like you know.
yeah.
I don't care about little Timmy.
Like,
I don't care about those pictures.
but
Yeah,
they
please, God.
that's my insight into
Low
that
key, your
that
baby's
world.
ugly.
If you don't
Yeah.
have that insight and we're in our little dome, it's so easy to get lost, dude. And you
Yeah.
forget about the fact that life's happening
you do,
around you.
you do. I think the best thing about drifting is that you can get engulfed in it,
So
and then
easily.
and then the repercussion of it is when you come out of it for a quick second, you look around and you're like, wow, everybody's got older, everyone's gotten this, everyone's
Dude,
got,
that is so
and you don't realize, like, I'll talk to someone and I may not have seen them for 6 years, but I will talk to them like, yeah, just the other day, remember? They're like, bro, 6 years ago.
Yeah.
dude, ew.
Well, that
this
that
is,
happens when you get older. Period.
that's
Yeah,
so real.
yeah.
Oh, that is
Yeah, it sucks.
no, that's
It's rad, but it's
oh fuck. That gives me a bad fucking
You're about
feeling.
right there.
Oh,
it's but yo, it's a good
oh
thing because
fuck.
it's, you
That
know,
feels gross. I don't like that actually. Like
I-
years,
I
dude.
kinda look at it like-
COVID was years ago.
yeah, it was years. Well, 4, yeah.
Oh,
Well, it's 5.
Yeah,
Started 5 years
yeah.
ago. To me, that feels like 2 years ago.
that felt like
Yeah.
last year. We
It
just
does.
started this podcast yesterday.
That COVID feels like it was. I'll give it 3 years ago. In my
I
brain.
felt like COVID when I was a teenager, and I'm,
yeah, right.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it's like right after high school, COVID hit.
Yeah.
That's not what happened.
and then
You
they're
know,
like, well, those 2 years after COVID, they don't really count. And I'm like, okay. I
Yeah.
mean, I guess that makes my timing accurate then.
that's why I tell like all the younger guys, I'm like, you know what I tell a lot of them to do now? I think what people miss in like this culture is like everyone's really wrapped up in like building a car, and then it becomes like only a track car. But like I got to live driving my car on the street with my friends for years.
Yeah.
Not just like one summer. It was like multiple summers where you're going to car meets, and it was and they were drift cars. Like you did some street drifting, you know what I mean? Especially for it, like I don't want to say it's never acceptable, but I mean it was acceptable for the time period, and like that was fucking like 20 years ago. So like I tell them like, yo, like don't tear your car completely apart. Still make it like still be able to drive with your friends to these events, and like
Yeah.
like that's part of it.
Yeah.
Like and I feel like if all you do is just build a car and you just go straight to the track, like yeah, you're gonna drift, but like the character and like the real spirit of it all comes with like going to the track, but also still cruising with your homies,
Putting all the
doing
tires in the back and
yeah, doing all like you gotta go through. I went through that. I drove to the track. I stacked my tires in the back of my car, like fixed cars like in the middle of the street wherever we were on some trip or wherever. Like I feel like you need to go through that because then you start appreciating like when you get a truck and a trailer. And it's like, and I know some people have the money to do it, but like if you're able to just like still go to these meets and just be a normal bro, but with like a cool car, like that's what you're gonna miss. Like
I feel
That's
like
what I miss.
I feel like people forget that that you can just like hang out with cars. Like you don't have to fucking be suffering all the
yeah,
time.
and then drift.
yeah, like
and
Sunday
then-
nights, bro. You
Yeah,
go out
that-
there,
I think that's
post
fun.
up, bro. Like
dude, during this past summer, I got that feeling a lot this past summer, and that's why I can't wait for summer this year. I feel like it's gonna be even better. One person needs to do something. So you call somebody. That person, you let other people know. They pull up. You get the one thing done in like 10 minutes. And then now you have 15 people at your house, and now you're just chilling around the cars, talking about cars, bullshitting, like all in that group, that dome that I was talking about. You just hanging out. That's like some of the best.
That's the best thing about it.
Memories that I can think of recently that keep me comfortable about not thinking about how many years have passed, or that life is pretty much whipping past me, because my mom loves telling me that. It's like, you just keep watching your friends like fucking lives pass you by. I'm like,
I
Mom,
know that feeling.
I'm fucking trying to make my IS clean
like,
as fuck.
What have you done with your life? Where are you going?
I'm trying to have a nice IS.
wild.
BN IS 300. Please, Mom, relax.
Next
Or
time
like-
next time she
but
says
they
that,
don't-
say,
they're
what,
not-
what did you do?
Yeah, what have you done?
That would
Like-
be crazy.
I hate to say it, but sometimes when I think of like my dad's like automotive little adventure that he's had through his life, little adventure, I'm sorry, but I'm like, Dad, there ain't no way you're doing this shit I'm doing. You ain't seen nothing yet, dude. Like,
Nah,
no way.
They can't comprehend, and it's not their fault.
Yeah, they didn't have.
It's just technology and everything is just like, sometimes I don't even like get in. I'm like, yeah, I'm just out there doing.
Bro, you were literally in Dubai judging a competition.
They have to think something crazy is going on.
Oh no, they think it's great, but they don't like.
That's insane.
I don't think they know like the ins and outs, or like
Yeah.
why would they?
No.
I think it's great that they don't. Like for instance, right? Like I love watching snowboarding. I've never snowboarded. in my life.
Wait, really? So
I
you
love
like
watching
watching
snowboarding.
it, but you've never done it.
You
Growing
got
up-
Zeb Powell
Growing
reels
up,
on your
all I
shit.
ever wanted to do was action sports, but living in the city, you couldn't.
Well, you can skateboard.
I mean, yeah, skateboard, but I mean, like then I had to like pick and choose, and basketball was like easy. I didn't have money for a board or anything, because even for that was like that wasn't happening. You're gonna do what? Sneakers? I could be like, oh, I need it for gym.
Carl could take you snowboarding.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying I'd do it now, but
could
I
have a
almost,
little-
I almost like that I don't know a lot about it to like really know the ins and outs, because
Yeah.
then I just enjoy it.
You would. Oh,
Yep, I know that
okay.
feeling.
You're
You know?
you're admiring it from up here,
I admire it
fine.
from a very
macro.
like a very genuine ignorant point of view.
okay.
Genuinely ignorant.
That's how I
Like,
feel
oh,
with music.
Yeah. And I feel like there's like a lot of people, like for me, I know so much about drifting that I feel like it robs some of it away from me. So when I find other things that I find interest in, I try not to like learn too much about it. So then it's like I have like this innocent, like I don't know. So I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy it.
That's
and I find so much more comfort in that. Like
That's
I'll watch
like-
a documentary on what's the dude with the red hair?
Sean
Snowboarders.
White.
Yeah, I watched a documentary on Sean White. Because I don't know the ins and outs of snowboarding, like I just sit back. I'm like, dude, this dude's just doing his thing, dude. It's awesome. You know, and I get to genuinely enjoy this because I don't know. There's like room for imagination because you don't know.
Yeah.
You know,
That's like-
or someone that knows about snowboarding would be like, yeah, whatever. Well, this was blah, 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 like I would about drifting.
Yeah.
That's like, yes. And that's pretty much just how I feel about every other topic that comes up. Like a woodworker probably like, yeah,
Yeah.
man, I watched fucking Outdoor Boys and he built a shed. Oh, man, fucking.
I kind of want to learn a little bit about that though. That shit's sick.
No, but,
Yeah,
but that's like
the old man talking.
Yeah. Woodworking.
I wanna-
That shit's sick.
That's the
bro,
old
we
man
built a
talking.
bench in that little boot, dude.
Oh yeah. But like with music, like one of my best friends growing up was a drummer, and he'd probably never admit it, but I feel like he is a little tainted from knowing so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like I feel like he's a little bit more judgmental, obviously, on certain things. Where it's like if you don't know anything about it, everything's kind of cool. Not everything, but you know whatever your taste is. But I remember I tried playing guitar for a minute, and I was like, this shit is so difficult, and it made me appreciate it way more. Like way more. I was like, I had no fucking idea how crazy playing guitar is. Like, and I'm sitting there trying to play an acoustic fucking song, and I'm like, these motherfuckers are drenched in sweat, playing crazy riffs live and singing at the same time. I'm like,
On beat.
that shit is nuts.
You ever try
me.
to sing and play guitar at the same time?
No. I can't even think
Hardest
and play guitar
shit
at
of
the
my
same time.
life.
Yeah.
I fucking tried to do it once for, I think it was like a talent show or
You were
something.
playing for a girl?
No.
Hold on, I gotta take this. Frankie's here to weld some shit.
For real? Yeah. I would have brought something. I needed some stuff done.
Did he bring water?
We got no water in this bitch for real. I'm sorry, Reese. You're gonna have to fucking dehydrate. Juicy
Dude.
platters though.
Huh?
Juicy platters though.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
After this.
the guitar talk though, I'm not gonna stop on that because that is an example of something. I tried to play guitar, failed at it. I kind of tried a lot of.
I tried and I sucked.
Yeah, horrible, bro.
My grandfather was great. He was like a classical.
Oh, no one in my family is
Yeah,
musically
he was
talented.
so good at it.
Horrible. But I wanted to try it.
I played the trumpet.
In school and stuff.
Yeah. Serves me right. I have a BQ.
That's you. You can play all the notes.
It's a shame.
I don't. I never learned about music or anything like that. So then I just looked at it from back here. But the guitar, any solo or any like 80s song that has a guitar solo or a riff that fucking just tingles your ears a little bit. The guitar to me is the one that stands out.
Oh yeah. Like 80s rock and roll and shit like that all day long.
Oh, in grit. I'm
All
just.
day long. That's cruising music. If I'm going to take a drive, if I have to go for a drifting event and it's like more than a few hours, trust me, I'm putting on classic rock.
Yeah.
I'm listening to like Zeppelin. I'm listening to like Motley Crue.
Yeah.
Not because I'm like, not because I know every word, just because I think I grew up in a time where all of those movies, anytime someone was going cross country, that was the soundtrack. So I find comfort in just putting that music on when I go traveling somewhere. I'm like, oh, we're going where to South Dakota? Cruising music. And
I've never put those two
Think
together.
about it. But think about every movie from the 90s that you may have seen growing up or in the 2000s. There's like some sort of like montage with one of those classic rock songs.
I use the classic rock songs as like
Background
it's
music
a
when you're at the shop?
No, it's a hero moment. It's like fucking, to me,
yeah.
it's like, I'm going to throw the best entry of my life when this solo starts ripping.
Yeah, that's Wu-Tang for me.
Because then my heart rate is like fucking through the roof in every movie. That solo rips and the hero just busts out of the smoke and just saves the day.
Do you think that's an American thing? Do you think because like that's our music? Like, do you think people like in another country, they think about their folk song and they're like,
I don't know.
I want to come out to like some Indian jams or something? You know?
That's kind of an interesting take because,
know what
like,
I'm saying?
dude, sometimes I think in my head, like, okay, I'm Filipino. Okay,
Right.
like my cousins, they probably cannot comprehend what the fuck some things that we do at E-Town. Like fucking a private day, you're hanging out with your friends, sun's beaming, somebody's playing music, we're all just ripping, watching our friends just driving around, having a good day, right? Solid day right there. If I told my cousins we were doing that, they'd be like, how the fuck are you guys just able to do that?
That's what you just
And
go,
it's real blessed. We get to do that.
US of A.
I'm not saying I love it here, but man, I fucking love it here. You know, could be worse.
So I don't-
Could be worse.
I don't got any money into the stocks of this hotel, but it's kind of cool, man. It's
I
kinda
just like to stay here.
Yeah.
It's a solid time.
It's
Like it's a fucking solid time.
people trying to break in here all the time.
That's how good it is. That's how fucking good it
As the
is.
two people that come from like immigrants and shit. Dude, like,
Frankie just left.
Yeah.
Malcolm's look at how big Malcolm's smile is behind the camera. Right
Malcolm, are
now.
you first generation or are you like or second generation or what?
Am I first?
Was your dad born here?
Was you,
Oh,
yeah,
my
was-
dad was born here. My mom wasn't.
Where was your mom born?
The Philippines.
Damn, I thought he was like Spanish.
No, I'm not. I look Dominican,
Some
but I'm
people-
not.
yeah. some people have said
I thought
that.
you were a Platano or something. Dude.
Oh.
Somebody said that you look kind of Indian one time.
I get Indian, Dominican.
Dominican, Indian?
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't. You
Yeah.
can't really. You can't see it.
I don't know. It depends his haircut.
Dude, one time I was just on the sidewalk in front
No,
of
I
my
can
house.
see it now. I can see it now.
And so the Indian neighbor just came outside, walked up to me, and asked if I played cricket. And I was like,
Damn, for real? That's
Yeah.
hard
Do you?
though.
Well,
That's
do you?
hard though.
Yeah, cricket.
no, I don't. He just thought I was Indian. I was like, no, I don't play cricket. So.
First of all, there's other countries that play cricket.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's
he
like a
was
thing.
Indian as well.
Do you
So
think
he probably thought I was.
You think he threw down? Do you think he like
he definitely played some cricket?
definitely
back-
played? Did he have his paddle with
he
him
was
or
smacking
something?
the wickets back.
That's
in the
another
day.
weird sport that they play.
Smash.
Oh, the one where they throw the ball really fast.
with like the little coof thing? With the little,
Oh, the curve.
Highlight.
what is it?
Highlight.
Yeah. Could you imagine getting hit with one of those things?
They
dude?
did it in Jackass. Remember?
Oh yeah.
That's why I know what that is.
God, dude.
They fucking do crazy.
Why don't we
shit.
do that here?
Why do they? Why would we ever do that here? We got racquetball here. You know,
That's very true.
you get hit by a racquetball. Do you ever?
We have
you ever
Batman.
feel?
Is Batman American?
I don't know.
Badminton?
Let's look it up.
There's no way badminton is American. That's got to be.
Where was badminton invented? Ah, shit, it's India.
Stop, for
Yeah,
real?
see?
Yeah. Oh,
Yo,
my Indian neighbors play that too. Whenever it's nice out, they pop open the fucking the net.
Nah, my family just plays soccer.
Yeah, I was going to say soccer, or we're a volleyball people.
Volleyball?
Bro, Malcolm, I literally seen you play. We played volleyball together.
Where?
Yo, your best friend plays volleyball.
Okay, that's your cousin.
Who's the country that plays the sport where they like kick they play volleyball but they're kicking, they're using
Probably
their feet?
Brazil.
Yeah, it's probably Brazil.
That is some Brazilian shit. Do you
Yeah.
ever go drifting there yet?
Yeah. I went down to Brazil to judge Drift Show Brazil. I went down there with a couple of people. The vibe was great. You know?
I fucking bet they probably party like hell over there.
Yeah. They definitely party really everywhere. And just, dude, anywhere. Germany, the event I did over in Germany this past summer was like, that was great. It was 100+ battles or something like that we had to judge. 6 judges at that one.
That's another thing too. Is as much as we're like U.S. of A. baby.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, if you're drifting in any country, that scene in that country is fun as hell.
Yeah, 100%.
Everybody's having fun.
I think
It's hard to not have fun.
you want to go to like I want to go to Russia to go drift in
Oh,
Russia.
dude, yeah.
Like I'm trying to go to Sochi. Like if you told me there was people drifting in Mars, I'm trying to fucking go to. You know, my twist right now. You know how like in skateboarding, there's like, oh, I'm trying to go to this spot. Because
Oh
no
God! I just had
no
this
one's
fucking
skated
conversation
before?
with Nick, bro. You want to own that spot like before anybody else
Yeah,
does.
100%. So, but for me, right, in Colombia, they have the main track called Tocancipá. So like everyone talks about that main track. But when you look up cartódromos, which are like the kart circuits, there's like 10 of them. And no one even thinks about that. So like I'm trying to figure out a way to get a car or get something down there, get it set up. And then I want to go claim homage to all of those folks. Yeah,
Dude, I wanna do
who's
the
gonna
same-
who's gonna go do them?
I want to do that same thing in the Philippines because they have some tracks, but they grip drive there. No one drifts.
Exactly.
The
So,
consumables for drifting is way too high for it to be in a country.
That's why you got to make sure you have a setup. Like in Colombia, I know I can go there and be like, listen, dude, like I'm gonna give you $200, and I'm gonna get the track for a couple hours, and I'm gonna like bang out this video. Like I know it can happen down there. I'm sure it could happen in the Philippines as well too.
I
but,
know.
like,
I'm trying to think of how much am I going to get tires for? Because Westlake is huge there. They fucking love Westlake there. I don't know if they make it there.
I think I'll probably spend like 10 grand doing that whole ordeal if I end up buying a car down there. Like I'm trying to see if I can get one of the cars. So in Venezuela, you can get like 350Zs for like hundreds of dollars.
Really?
But try to get them the fuck out of Venezuela.
Oh, no. You're keeping
So
it.
like I'm trying to see if like, but I'm still like, who's crazy enough to be like, yo, I'll do it for you. So if someone can grab me one of those Z's and bring it over to Colombia because they're neighbors, then like, boom, I'm in there. You know what I mean? Like
now you're involving a lot of the problem for our island is everything over there is expensive as fuck because it's got to get brought in still.
Exactly.
Painful as
But
fuck.
Venezuela might as well be on an island right now because like you can't get anything to service any of those cars. So that's why they cost nothing.
Well, what if you go there with like a suitcase?
I ain't
worth
trying
of
to go to
shit?
Venezuela, bro. Like my American ass go over there. Hell no. Even if I had dual citizenship, which I'm working on with Colombia, I wouldn't go there. I'd have to find someone there to do it. Like I think what's going to end up happening is I'm going to have to find it a different way. Maybe get it from Costa Rica or something like that because Colombia doesn't have any Zs or anything good. All they have is BMWs.
Where would you go drift if we're talking about drifting in other countries and how we want to like be the first there?
Like in
Like-
skating, they're like, oh, I'm going to go shred this spot before anybody else.
Yeah.
Well, there's a whole bunch of
Where are
go-kart
you
tracks in
gonna go?
Colombia that I'm trying to go drift before anybody else gets to do it. Because then that's it. Like you're a legend at that point. Like,
Yeah,
like,
see, nothing's cool unless it's on the street. And I don't know too many street spots in different countries. So that's the problem.
yeah.
Did you catch this in Japan? But the road pavement in some of those areas, it's like this white kind of.
You talking about like the grippy stuff?
No. It's like concrete Kind of.
He's like, it's like concrete.
I don't know.
Well, you
but
talk
like the
about the
roads
videos
are,
of the 86?
dude, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. Like in other countries, the
the
street
FRS?
spots are fucking rough.
Yeah.
Like it's not.
Well, it depends. It depends. Like I swear to God, whatever they put in the asphalt on the last circuit that we did, or the last stage we did for Drift Appalachia, like that has to be weight. The cars were like 500 horsepower and 80, 90 PSI.
Oh, it was grippy as
really
fuck.
grippy.
What you driving on a NASCAR track?
No, it was just a normal. I mean, it's just well, you saw it, bro. It was
I
stage
know,
5.
but
The
So
pavement
what we
didn't look
think-
weird.
It didn't think. I think Brian Hopp was saying that he thinks that they put graphite in
Yeah, they
and
could've.
that's what makes it more grippy.
That's perfect.
does
why would-
Brian know that?
Because he deals with that. He deals with pavers and all that stuff, so he would know about that stuff.
I would have believed him immediately, and I do believe him now, and I'm going
Right.
to look into that.
I mean, he's not 100% sure. He just took a very educated guess. He's like, "Yo, they're probably putting graphite in it." Like,
Well,
Yeah,
they
probably put
changed. I mean,
graphite
there's
in it.
different pavements. you
and I
know?
can see that because imagine you're on a toga,
Yeah.
a mountain road.
Yeah, they don't want people to fly.
They don't want people to fly off. So I guess they may treat this asphalt so because you're on embankments pretty much.
Yeah. I never
Like
thought
it's
about
not
it.
flat. I mean, it looks flat on video, but like when you're there, like you're.
I'm just assuming the municipality's out to get me, so that road is bad for a reason.
I've
And
only
I'm
seen
here to
like
claim it.
I've only seen like different color pavement, and usually that means it's grippier.
Yeah.
Like there was turns in. Well, there's turns around here that
Oh,
would
the
be like
red,
red.
shit. The red shit.
Yeah, and it's
That
like
is
you're
the
like that's a dangerous turn.
That makes my car feel like shit if I'm drifting on it. You ever drift on it?
I don't know.
It feels like shit.
Yeah.
It sounds bad. It's like, and then you're
It's
like,
probably just grip. It's trying to
fuck.
fight.
Like, and then you just get
Fight
off
you.
of it, and then it's just good.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what we should do? We should go to like those little like small towns, like small town America, and like just like rent out one of those towns that are like abandoned, and then just shred that.
Just rent it out.
I don't.
Yeah, or like
Does
I
that
don't know.
work?
It's called
like-
Detroit.
Does that
No.
work
Nah,
like
yeah.
that? And
Well, they did in Detroit. Can
did they do something?
Can you imagine Centralia? They're like, yeah, just come in and shred.
Can you Google what is that word that you just
You
said?
should ask.
Centralia.
Nah, I don't think they let us do it.
Is
but-
that shit in PA?
Yeah, the one that
roads
they
are
did,
fucked up though.
Yeah,
right?
the roads are fucked up now.
That's that
Yeah.
tunnel shit, that long thing.
I don't
There's a
know.
fire
This is
burning underneath the ground.
Yeah, constantly. No, you know
Someone
what you
lit
can
it
do
on.
there? We can go off road in there. You want to go?
I guess
That'd be so fun.
you could probably on road over there and it'd be just as bad. I think the roads are fucked,
Yeah, the roads are pretty fucked up.
and you might just fall into a pit that's hell. It's just
Yeah.
That'd be
that's
cool.
it, straight to hell.
All right, I'm going.
But there has to be other places like that. I think there's a place over in Ohio called the Danger Zone where it's like some sort of like airfield type place that I saw people drift at. Like,
I mean, talk about airfields. There's probably a million places in the desert.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. dude.
But that's like desert shit.
Yeah,
you know where I want to like. I mean, we always talk about like, you know where no one talks about that I kind of want to see if there's any place we could drift down there, the swamps, like the bayou.
Like fucking
Okay.
pine
You know what I'm
barrens?
saying? Like think
I
about.
can show you.
I can
some-
Not the Pine Barrens, not the Pine
No,
Barrens.
he's
I'm talking about
talking like-
Louisiana,
yeah.
like you know,
Oh,
alligator.
bruh, I am.
Think about
not.
it though. Think about it. Though.
That could
Think
be
about it,
cool
though.
looking.
Think about it though. Like you're in the swamp, and like obviously there's roads down there. But what if there is windy roads down there? But just if you go off, it's
That's it.
alligator. Dude.
Fuck.
That's it. You're getting eaten.
Yo, but then let's say you see a video of someone who gets to the other side and doesn't fall in. Tell me that's not
now
badass.
you have to be. So I've gone down this rabbit hole before, but with the state of Florida, because for some reason,
Yeah, but
a
Florida has it.
state
But I mean, like
so
Louisiana
large-
don't.
No, but a state so large, all they got is skid pads. There's like 17.
I was about to
skid
say
pads.
Florida's had enough
don't even-
time.
yeah.
Don't even
So
give them.
I-
any.
I
Start
don't get
in
it though
Florida.
because I know tons of.
I don't
there's
know
a-
what they're doing
There's
over
a
there, dude.
crazy awesome community
There was
down
a
there.
great opportunity, and then they came out with another one, and I was like,
What,
I
another
didn't-
parking lot.
So,
dude, yeah,
So
another huge
I went-
skid pad. I
I
was like,
went-
what the fuck?
I
bro?
went down a rabbit hole. Okay, didn't take me long.
right.
Abandoned go kart tracks because in the 90s, ew, I was like 6 or 7.
So
Yeah,
I just felt weird to say
You're
that
young as hell, dude.
in the 90s or
I
in
mean,
2001.
yeah.
those were his.
There was a
young.
go kart
his
track.
good old day, the glory days. And
Yeah,
that.
he was talking about 20 years. And
Yeah.
there was a go kart
85.
track, open wheel. My parents have this somewhere in a photo album. open wheel. The track is huge. Would absolutely satisfy a car, like in terms of width and like how the turns looked. Mm-hmm. It was in Florida, and to me, I'm like,
Where is it?
fuck if I know. That I've been trying to find it. So my first instinct was abandoned go-kart tracks, because what do they do in Japan? It's every Sports Lane, Yamanashi, all that shit, go-kart tracks, Suzuka or whatever. So I typed in abandoned go-kart tracks. You'll find them, and they're just like in the woods.
Yeah.
They're just
Like,
waiting.
No. They're a part of the woods now. Like you'll see on the Google Maps.
Well, we
it's
could just
like
cut
cut
some
out.
trees down.
Well, it's like Nazareth.
It's not going to work that. It's not
like
going to work
Nazareth.
like that anymore.
Like Nazareth used to be a racetrack in PA, and like that's gone. But it's like if you look at it, 30 years ago, I think it was still around, or more than that, or something like that.
Like it's just
Look, man.
grown. It sucks because I feel like
Just cut the trees out, repave it.
I feel like if
Who knows what it
drifting-
is? I don't know if it's like a sound ordinance thing. Like
Yeah.
every state has their own like
something.
stupid twisted
Why
thing.
it
but-
closed.
But like-
or foot traffic
Yeah.
purely. Like, you know, you had to get. But I feel like drifting
They've
was
had
a
their
little
time,
was a little late for those tracks, because if it was like a
or,
few
or
years
we're
ago,
about to create them because of drifting.
Yeah.
maybe.
But they're getting rid of the, what do you call in Florida right now, bro?
The what?
Moroso or like Palm Springs.
Palm Beach. Yeah,
they're getting rid of
that. Went
that.
for sale,
So like
and that is the sickest. Can you Google that? Palm Beach, racetrack or international.
I
racetrack?
drifted that years and years and years ago when they had like the
Wait,
Nopi
for real?
qualifier. The Nopi qualifier.
This went
Yeah.
for sale. There it is, listed for sale. Motor Authority.
There
You
you
mind
go,
clicking
dude.
that link?
Oh, sick.
There's
Straight,
and they have
flat.
they
No.
have a go-kart track there
Look in
too.
it. Look in it. You see how there's a secondary little.
Yo, there's your swamp right there, Reese.
Whoa.
Yeah, nah.
Whoa.
What the hell? Oh, yep, they got bought out. Oh.
How do we see the picture?
Let me go somewhere else.
Hit the images. Oh yeah. Here we go. Look, Frankie.
Look at that go-kart track right there.
Oh, nice. Still flat as fuck and boring.
It would be fun as fuck.
Yeah, dude.
But that's all you're going to get in Florida. So at least that's better than a skid
That's what I'm
pad.
saying. I think the one place that we haven't gone to, or we haven't done like, I just don't think anybody's going to Louisiana. Like, what if there's some cool ass like?
Dude, that track
Wait, so they're
on the
selling
left.
this shit?
Yeah, that track on the left is like right here.
Why is no one like drifting this shit? Did they drift it at one point?
Yeah.
Which
guess
part
it's
there
too
did
much-
you drift, Reese?
I don't know which one they did. It
It was
definitely wasn't the go-kart track.
ago.
It was a while ago.
Dude, that
That looks like a runway.
that would be a
Yeah.
riot, dude. Imagine
There was like barrows in the middle where you had to manji. That's like goes back then, where they're like, "Oh, I need you to manji around."
He goes, it goes back then when manjing was okay.
They're like, "Yeah, we have a barrow here. Just make sure you manji around it." And like,
dude, that end corner right there, the little tip
Yeah.
pause. I'm a fucking.
But see, look, there's a track.
But then
I mean, I guess it's too much money to maintain.
It takes somebody, and I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, they got a drag strip too. Sick.
I didn't notice that. Yeah, right
You
on
know
the
what I
outer.
mean? Like,
Fuck. That.
Look, it's E-Town, but Florida.
yeah,
And no one wants it, I guess.
nah.
That's weird.
How much is it?
$20.
Sold. I'll give you
I don't
20.
know. I mean, someone should
give
do
you
it.
21.
I mean, I get it. I guess
How
like
much is it?
Adam
Does it
LZ
say?
should buy that shit.
I get it. Like people go to the skid pads because like they won't break anything. I guess. Like I don't know.
No.
Everything. It looks like there's
Not in
selling
Florida. They go there
everything.
because there's nowhere to go.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's very true.
I don't think those. I mean,
Like I know we get on Florida's case, but like I feel bad for them. Dude.
The drive right
What?
there.
No, I'm serious.
No.
They don't have a place to go.
yeah.
They have what, the compound that they illegally have to go shred?
Yeah.
That's
That shit
it.
was
I
kinda
think
sick.
I think that's
You know,
kind of
like-
a dub now too, though, because
Really?
it got blown up for so many. Everybody
Yeah.
knows about.
Yeah, but still, like that's all they got. So I feel kind of bad. Like it's like, you know, and then this one place that just opened up,
I know.
and like they were like, "Nah, we're just gonna pet." And it's like, what the fuck, bro?
I know. But
But it's like, you know, when you look at the numbers,
yeah, because you could use the skid pad for other things. My
What,
thing is-
takeovers?
mainly, maybe, or
Mainly.
freestyle drifting.
I think the
you
issue,
could have a square guy,
I
but
think-
then like make something else.
I think the issue is that there's just so many drifting events that it's really hard for you to have like a specialty oriented track. Like it's hard. I mean, honestly, like I feel like even if we did have like an Abisu here where it was open all the time,
It's E-Town.
we would think exactly. You would think it would work.
I can't.
But
But it's literally E-Town.
You know.
I love E-Town.
Yeah, but we're
That's
talking
where-
a place like Abyssea that has like a toge track that has this, that has that. It would be the
Yeah.
shit for a little bit, but
it
it's
would go out
also,
of business right away.
Eventually, it would. I think so.
Right away.
You know,
No one would
I don't
support
know,
it.
man.
No one would support it. We would. It's all hot
If
talk.
E-Town was just, you just drive down there and just hop on.
what like a toge if they had a toge?
Like it wasn't like race. It
it was
wasn't
like a pay as you.
Yes, like you go down there and you can
yeah.
either drive this track, you can drive this track, you can drive that track.
Oh, like it was just open for business.
Yeah,
Like,
and
I
we're
mean,
open
that'd be-
from this
I
time to
wanted
this
to-
time.
I wonder. I mean, I think it's like, all right. So like, because a lot of people like, how come it can't be that way? And my argument is like, Americans have no etiquette.
True.
Because
I mean,
everybody's like,
not necessarily.
it's like, well, I mean, like, yo, you can do it in Japan, but I think it's because Japan, everyone has like a decent, like, yo, we all have to be decent. We all have to be,
Yeah,
you
that's
know what I'm
true.
saying? Like, but in America, in the tri-state area, like, they're not going to be.
You're gonna have to hire a lot of people.
Yeah, there's going to have to be security.
Yeah, it's gonna
I
be
had
full
this-
time, multiple people on every course.
We can't just cut people loose here like they cut people loose out there. Like, again, I think over there is a certain threshold of like of etiquette that they have in those countries. But in America, like you can't give us that. Someone's
I
gonna get sued, and then that's it.
I had this conversation with somebody recently. I don't know if it was also Nick. These phone calls I have with Nick are long.
Nick who the
Front Street Nick.
dude?
Beat.
I don't fucking
Yeah,
guy.
that's my guy. That's
That
my guy.
dude's so funny, bro.
That's my guy. Yo, he was
It is-
telling me, he's like, I fuck with Reese, bro. I'm like, yeah, we have him on the pod. But we was talking, and I was like,
What do you
If-
call him
if
now?
you,
The Don?
That's the Don.
That's a Don in Staten Island.
Yo,
Don.
he reminds me of like the dude that's always with Action Bronson, big body Biss.
Oh yeah.
Best?
baby.
Oh my God. I
Yeah.
think they got to know
Like
each
his
other.
energy. you
Yeah, they
know,
got to
like-
know each other. There's no way.
You're just
They're
like,
too
what's
similar.
up? He's like, oh, you doing? And I'm like, yeah, that's what's up. Dude. It's like a movie.
But no, when I was talking to him, I was like, wouldn't it be sick if E-Town, where the shop is, right? Everything back there was cleared, and it was like people from around the world who want to have a car here, buy a car in the tri-state area. We have an abundance of them. You fucking pick one, buy it, have it there. There's a certain level of service where we can maintain it. Rizzo would come, grab it, drop it
We
off
have
here.
a spot for the car too here.
We would work on it, and then when they come here, they want to drive it. There's an agreement. Somebody's going to make sure that car is working, driving good. We'll tech it. Boom. You want to schedule an East Coast Drift School private day? Boom. You're out. Blow. Everybody gets paid.
Yeah.
You put the car back. We take care of it. We get paid. Chris gets paid for all that.
That's
We're
kind of
good.
what we're thinking.
That's what I
do.
wish would be a thing.
I think it's more so like that someone has to like
Do that.
just do it. Just
Yeah.
kind of like the drift school thing. Like years ago, it was like there was like 2, and then it's like, you know what I mean? Because then you're like, oh, all right, so I just got to do X, Y, and Z. But
Yeah.
I think we are at the point where you could maybe do that. Like, but you also just have to make sure that there's always going to be a steady influx of like people coming in to do that. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like where I'm at, where at the school, it's like I could expand, but it's like then you have to make sure, like if I end up getting like an instructor at my school, like now I have to make sure, like just like you have an employee, you have to make sure there's enough work to keep it
Yeah.
going, and then keep that flow consistent.
The thing for me is I just watch so many of my friends buy a car in Japan from somebody they don't even know. They buy it, they coordinate it. That guy coordinates whatever they need to do on that end. They get the car to the track, to the shop, whatever. They fly there, and it works. And
I'm
there's
willing to do
no
that for
way
Japanese drivers.
But
Let
you,
us,
yeah.
hit
but,
us
but
up.
you just said it. You just said in Japan.
in Japan.
So there is a nostalgia, I think, that goes along with doing
Yeah.
it all that, and it's like it's an experience. But like, you know, now do I think foreigners would like to have the same experience in America? Sure,
Some.
but in order for you to get the same type of etiquette,
Yeah.
like in America, there's a price tag attached.
Oh,
to it.
yeah, for
Where
sure.
over there, it's just common courtesy for some of these people. For I'm not saying no one has a bad experience, but for the most part, we hear about how everyone's really good, polite. There's really good etiquette. It's just common decency. So like, I would like to think that's what it is. But I mean, like, we don't, like, let's face it, we don't have that here. We don't.
And that sucks.
Reese is shutting down my operation.
No. I mean,
No, well, I'm not
Do you
saying,
disagree, though?
I'm not
Do you
saying you
disagree?
can't
No,
do it.
I'm not disagreeing in the
They're way
slightest.
nicer over there. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
I'm not
They're way
disagreeing in
nicer
the
over there.
slightest.
Yeah.
I'd be.
No, but I said if you do it, there has to be a price attached to it. So like
Yeah.
if you were to do it,
Oh
in
yeah,
order for
I'm
you
not
to have the
keeping
same
your car
attention,
for $100.
yeah, there needs to be a price attached to that
Yeah.
makes you get the same type of service that you're going to get.
And it's
maybe
going to
somewhere
be
else.
somewhat of a premium because, like, you can't really do that anywhere else.
We got to maintain the cars. We got to store them here. We got to make sure they're still running.
Good
We
luck
gotta
trying to get into
transport 'em.
E-Town at night. You're fucked.
Yeah.
Danny's going to get your ass.
I think it can be done. I think man, there's just so many events. I wish I just knew like how much longer like this wave, because the wave is so big right now. Like,
The wave has
What is
always
going to
been growing.
What's going to happen,
Yeah,
though?
but
It's
it's
not
like-
going to stop.
Where's it going to crash?
it's-
When's it going to
you know,
crash?
like-
It's
What's
not going
going
to
to happen?
crash, dude. That's it.
I don't want it to.
We're here.
I know.
This is it.
You know how you just get real comfortable and you're just like, this is really great.
Dude, how
This is
long
But
really
I don't
drag
want to get
racing
caught
cool.
lacking. I don't want to get caught lacking.
Yeah, I don't want
That's-
to get caught lacking either. But
You know, I don't want to get lost.
You guys, I have a fucking shop built on this shit.
Well,
you can
I'm
fuck. You gotta you can pivot. You can pivot.
We all have careers.
I'm literally fucked. And I don't give a damn. I think, like I said, how long has drag racing been cool in America? 100 years?
That's true.
You can't just like retire
Drifting
and live.
so
We're
in
Drifting
good.
just
We're good.
started.
We're good.
I think we're good, dude.
Yeah, we're good. At least our generation.
No, you know
Unless
what?
the
You know,
EPA comes in and they're
that's
like-
why I'm scared. That's why I'm scared.
Yeah.
Our sport, fucking horrible for the environment.
Well, yeah.
Everything
I
about
don't,
it.
I don't like your attitude. Or
Everything for the
Yeah, I don't
everything
really like
about
that
it.
either.
My sister's is a environmentalist.
But didn't they say
Loser.
like what? Didn't they say the white smoke from the tires isn't like really bad because it's just like evaporation of like water or something like that?
Sure.
Ooh, that's the most info I've got.
You ever
Someone
smell
go
that
out there-
shit?
No, I'm good.
It just smells like something that shouldn't be ingested.
I'm just gonna do what everybody else says. I'll go on Reddit and then whatever agrees with what I'm thinking,
Then that's it.
I'm just taking that.
Okay.
No, I mean, I don't, it's definitely not good for the environment, but neither are fucking batteries and Teslas. So
Look, what's better, drifting tires and it burns up white, or burning them when they burn up black?
what is the fucking difference
I
between that
actually
shit?
never.
Yeah, that's right.
This is when we look real dumb.
Talk about looking underneath your Snapple cap now, motherfucker.
Malcolm, can you
Was that
explain
a
this to us?
Snapple
You fucking
fact?
No,
smartass?
but it sounded good. I added it in there.
Oh,
Come on, Malcolm. What is the difference?
So, well, what you're looking? I don't fucking
well,
know.
okay.
Well, the tire is melting when it's burning.
Well, isn't it melting when we're burning? When we're going?
Yeah, it's the same
you know,
shit.
when
No,
we're
I
doing
think,
a
I
burn?
think I think when what we're doing is it's like tearing it.
Yeah,
like
but
you're
there's
shredding
but
it.
there's white smoke.
It's still
so.
heating
What's the
up.
difference between the white smoke? Have you ever touched a tire? After, right?
It's hot.
So what's the difference between the white smoke and the black smoke? You light it on fire and it's black smoke.
Only Reese
you
would think of this
drift it
shit.
and it's white smoke.
Look,
I don't know the
sometimes you
answer.
burn wood as white smoke, and sometimes it burns black.
Well, because of the condensation in
So
the
it
wood.
is something to do with water.
I have no idea.
Condensation.
Can
in the
someone
wood.
with a PhD
Somebody's
Yeah. Someone tap in,
These
dude.
guys are fucking dumb. Why am I even listening to this? Good. Go listen to
There's
something.
probably someone like I know the answer.
Yes.
Yeah, there's
they know
definitely
the
one-
answer so bad. They're like,
There's gotta be one
Why aren't they
chemist.
saying it?
Some dude in the middle of nowhere, like in a
Yeah.
field right now.
There's one chemist listening to this, and he's like, "Come on, guys."
It's simple.
Okay,
fucking
okay.
simple.
he has,
But guess what?
he has an E30.
It'll never. I'll never.
He's got a BMW.
I'll never stop. I've found a way of driving that I like, which there's people that like to drive front wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, whatever.
Okay.
I found a way that I like. If they make us drive just electric,
I'm not drifting.
you are lying if you don't think the first thing I'm doing. You
Oh, that's good for you. I'm not doing
That's
that
the
shit.
first thing I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna bitch about it the entire time.
Yeah, I'm not doing that shit.
I would
gonna-
have to
I'm
find a
gonna-
way to like it.
I'm gonna kick and scream and just pull the old man card.
I'll keep the shop open. We'll change batteries.
I'm
on
like, it was
Teslas.
better back in our day when there was petrol.
I would have to remember that and be like, go to the garage, open
Well,
it.
I think Powered by Max is
That's
doing,
why. That was
they're
made me
doing
think of
angle
it.
stuff to
Model
for
3.
Teslas and stuff like that.
That's what
right?
made me think of it. They were
Yeah.
drifting the hell. It looked so
You said
weird.
Powered by Max is doing this?
Yeah. Part Shot Max, Powered by Max.
Did you
I'm gonna
not-
slap the shit out of Tommy because that's the
What?
Is that your friend?
Teslas.
Is that your
I mean-
boy dog?
That's whack.
He's out
Can you-
there.
It's on YouTube. Do you want to see a video of it?
Yeah, sure.
It's a market. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
dude.
Yeah, they're
Is
smart,
that your
but-
boy? because they're really smart for that.
Me and Tommy
I'm
are
hoping eventually.
friends.
I'm hoping eventually, like the Teslas or whatever ends up becoming like the RC cars, where it's
Yeah.
like
And I thought you were about to hate on him. I was like,
I am hating on him.
I know.
On Roberts?
It's
On TR?
We like cars, so like it's hard.
There's no way he actually likes this. He's just like, this is a good opportunity.
He seems like a good.
It's got to be that.
If he runs parts by Max, I'm sure
He's like,
there's
"You're
some
blowing up
good
a spot,
reasoning.
bro."
Is that him?
Is this for real right now?
No, it's
Wait,
for real.
no.
It's
Oh
You
my
know,
God, they're really going in hard
yeah,
with this shit.
Yeah, they're really doing it, dude.
A hydro?
Should I click one?
No, I mean,
Who do you think has more
I wanna
money?
see it
like
just
a
drift
normal
enough. This is
dude or
enough
like
information.
Do they have one where it's drifting, Malcolm?
oh my God, they're really doing
There it
this.
is. There it is. There it is.
They're really doing it.
That whatever
Yeah, right
clip
there.
that one is where it's drifting at Grange.
Yeah.
Driftable. Yeah, there we go. Isn't that weird?
It's just going to sound really bad.
We did it. We did it. We did
It's just
it.
going to sound like it's going to sound like the worst part
I want
of
it to
drifting.
sound
just
like the
tires squeal.
Jetsons. Oh, whoa. This is so wild. Oh, damn. What the fuck?
So does it disengage the drivetrain?
Let's be honest. That thing's a gnarly wheel away from being okay.
No, not to me. But if that's what you're into,
Look at it, Frankie. It's drifting. It's literally a rear-wheel drive car. Why wouldn't we try to drift it?
it doesn't sound cool, look cool, act cool.
Would you prefer?
Smell cool.
Would you prefer a VQ?
Yes.
One for the VQ.
I think it's on like Graham lights on the front too.
Look, he'll have to convince me. Let's go out there, do a podcast, and we'll go drifting.
Oh, look at that.
What the
is-
fuck?
This is something else.
Oh, get the hell out.
Oh, I mean, think about it. That's fitting the Bill Gates demographic.
What is the Bill Gates demographic?
People that look like that dude just that's what
No, that is
right.
that's somebody who is
They probably got
putting
more
their
money.
thought. Yeah, they're definitely.
I mean, someone's got to
probably-
do it.
They're putting
Yeah.
their thought forward for the sport in a good way.
Remember-
and then you have
remember-
people like us who are like, we hate it. We want the sport to be pure. We're the reason why this sport ain't gonna grow. That's what that is.
Oh, shut up.
Whatever.
Whatever.
That's it.
We need people like you that do all that kumbaya shit. Just like you need people like us to be like, fuck that. This shit's cool.
That's exactly.
right.
What's with people like complaining about? They're like, "Oh, do you think the drift scene is negative?" Like
Negative?
Everyone's always bringing
Dude,
this up.
It's because it's just America's really big, and like like we can't act the way we act in certain parts of the country.
People are always like, we always get a question. Sometimes we get questions that are like, "How do you feel about the culture and this and that?" And I'm like, dude, I don't give a fuck about any of that shit.
I
It's
know,
great,
isn't it
and
weird?
It's
it's
great.
good. Too.
It's great.
I think that's like again that little dome we keep talking about.
I think it's Instagram. Everyone's just living on Instagram. They're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
these people are mean." It's like,
I tell dudes straight up, I'm like, look, do you have a car? They're like, yeah, car, cool. Like, you should go out, hang out with your friends, like,
yeah,
meet chicks, like, like the real shit, dude. Go out there, like,
It's just
yeah.
I
like
think
go through.
there's-
You need to go through all of that. Like,
there's like a certain I don't know, like a group of people or a certain demographic where they don't have access to things like that. Like you can't just drive an hour and blow through like 17 towns.
Yeah, we
and-
do live in a good
And
area.
then in those 17 towns,
that's why this is the
there's
best
at
to be
least
here.
one person who fucks with you in that
Yeah.
17 town.
obviously, if you're in Middle America and you're the only person that's doing drifting in your town, obviously what we're saying doesn't relate to you, and like you have to go about it a more creative way,
Yeah.
to try to get that. But I mean,
You're gonna have to move.
for the most part, yeah, you're gonna have to move. This is what you really want to do, which lines up with a lot of like. How many times have you heard, "I'm gonna move to California"?
Yeah.
or
like,
or
it
you're just
happens.
gonna be the cool guy of that area. That's
Yeah,
sick.
and that's cool.
You're the fucking cool guy.
That's-
You're the guy.
That's cool.
Or girl.
Know the bar is maybe not. Like.
But you're there to
But
set
you're
it.
there,
You're there
you
to
know?
set it. That's
Yeah.
that's why it's like
But the whole point is you need a community. You need friends.
But I
you
don't
need-
think there's negativity. I just think, again, I think the community has just grown, and when it grows, you're going to have a lot more different personalities.
Yeah.
Some people that don't like, there's a lot of people from the East Coast that aren't like us, that are very polite, that are like,
Where are those people?
I mean, I don't know. I don't really talk to them, but I mean, like, there's people like that exist.
I bring
you know?
him.
They moved here.
I bring him to the time every time because now y'all are really good friends. But we have this friend of ours who's on Roadstar, Justin. Frankie was so fucking. Why is he so nice, bro? He's
going to understand this completely.
He's got to be up to something, dude.
You know what you mean?
But he's
People
just
that are
a
not from here,
genuinely one of the nicest people.
and they're like too nice.
No, you think they're fucking
Like
with
even
you.
when no one's
Yeah.
looking, they're nice.
Yeah.
That's the kind of nice Jason.
You just said it right there. You think they're fucking
you
with
think
you.
you're fucking with you.
That's how
Yeah.
nice they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took me like 4 times meeting Justin before I was like, you know what, dude, you're an all right guy.
That's
Yeah,
insane.
because you're like, what angle are you wearing?
Yeah, I'm like,
What
what is
angle are you
Literally, that's what I was
working right now?
I was like, what is he trying to do? And then I was like, oh, he's just a good person. That's weird.
You're like, no, you're not.
Yo, you
Yeah.
ever? Oh, well, you don't.
And then
You're
we
not
found
a-
out he's from California. And I was like, now it makes sense.
And it's true because like when I was in California for a little bit, I met people like that. When I was in Washington State or in Portland area in the Vancouver little section, like there's just people that are different. You know what I mean? It's cool. You know, it's different for me because the way I joke around with people that I'm cool with is different than
yeah.
Dude,
that. you know?
Totally
And
different.
there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean?
Yo.
Like, and when you think about it, like if you didn't know any better, you would think we hated each other.
Yeah.
So like I can kind of see how like someone from Arizona or like Utah or like wherever over there, they're just kind of like, so are you guys cool?
no, it's like I feel like it's a. I want people to remember sometimes, and this attitude of mine has changed over the years we've had this podcast.
We've seen you grow.
I've been fucking.
We've seen him grow over the years. All right, what is it?
Yeah,
Let me
grow
hear
of
it.
hate.
Okay.
Like, not the person that's complaining and asking about the industry or the drift scene.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not everyone is your friend, and like I mean that in the best way possible. Because
Yeah.
if this is gonna sound so fucking bad.
I'll just whip it
terrible.
out, dude.
If you're giving your love out to everybody, then your love means nothing.
Damn.
That's some deep
You know what I
shit.
mean?
Yo, not for nothing, bars. Bars.
That was
All
deep.
day, all day. But no, really though.
Now what the fuck are you talking about?
If you're just trying to be friends with everybody, like every event you're just trying to make friends, everybody's your friend no matter what. All your views, you're not going to have a single belief in anything. It's going to be hard for you to believe in one thing because you're letting everybody just
I think what you're saying is like just be nice but don't be gullible is what you're saying.
still
I agree.
hang out with people because you want to hang out with them, not because they're the only people you want to hang out with or that you can hang out with.
Right.
Because just because that person likes one thing, you like the other.
No.
You know?
It's like what I said before. Life is perspective. So I mean, for instance, my brother, like he's very content with just watching the Eagles, and it's his whole thing. And they go down there, they do the tailgating.
Are you an Eagles guy too?
I'm from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
Like,
you fucking sing the song and whatever.
I can spell, yes.
Some people can't. I saw a
I know.
video.
I know. My
Dude,
mayor can't. She's a stupid. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, she's horrible. She's out there.
We might have to edit this podcast.
No, she didn't spell it right. I
She
don't think.
didn't.
No, it's
but
not made up.
It's
either.
not made up. She spelled it incorrectly. But this is what I like about Philadelphia. Immediately, they came out with T-shirts with the incorrect spelling, and people bought it.
Of course.
That's the city of hustlers.
Growing
right
the
there, bro.
economy.
So what? You're supposed to like sing? I don't know anything about
Yeah,
football.
you're not going to get me to say it, but yeah, you spell it out.
Okay, like
You spell out Eagles.
like chanting.
FACTION faction.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, like that.
and she spelled it wrong.
yeah, and stayed with it.
ESG, I think, is
Yeah.
what she spelled it,
Huh?
instead of EAG.
She said
Stop.
ELESGS. Yeah, and I was like, what?
She should not be in her position of power.
It wasn't even that funny, but Reese started laughing, and I was looking at Reese. I just started laughing just immediately. Like, well, I don't know. It wasn't.
Yeah, it's like she just kept with it. And I'm like, you spelled it wrong, bro. Like,
That's bad. Like it's not that long of a word.
no, it isn't. And
Dude,
it's
the-
like
the
everyone,
Philly-
it's chanted forever everywhere. Like,
Yeah.
The Philly fan base was. I went to school like right across that bridge there, and fucking when they made the Super Bowl for the first time
You went to school in
in a
Camden?
long time,
yeah, it was
No.
wild. The city shut down.
dude.
Yeah,
The classes-
The cops were just like, yo, like,
Dude, the classes.
Oh,
it
when
didn't
they were rioting or whatever.
yeah.
no, when they won, when they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, same thing.
But even when they first went and everybody was going to go watch them, Bro, classes were all going on that day. The campus was never so dead. I didn't
sick.
see anybody. They were running buses
People just standing outside.
to Philadelphia and back, like to make sure that everybody was able to go. It was fucking wild.
So I guess that's a big football team.
Yeah. Like we're going to the Super Bowl next weekend.
Wait, where is the Super Bowl?
Are you really?
No, not as in Philadelphia. As I'm not going.
I was like, what the fuck? Aren't
so
those
they're-
tickets?
I'm trying to be at the school. and
Where is
make
the
money.
Super Bowl this year?
Somewhere.
Good. Yeah. I
New
figured
Orleans?
that.
Where is it? I don't know. Where is it?
Where is it? Well, do you
Yo,
mind?
what more of a car guy moment? We all genuinely do
don't-
not know where the Super
And
Bowl
when
is
is it?
at. It's
Is it in California?
It's Sunday,
I thought it was in
the
New
9th.
Orleans.
It's February
Okay, I have
9th.
no idea that. I thought for some
Thank you,
reason I
Malcolm.
heard it was in.
It's the Eagles and like
Chiefs?
the Chiefs.
New Orleans.
New
Oh,
Orleans.
it is.
Holy shit! I got that.
Nice.
Why did I know?
See,
That's
because
the insight
because
into
we
the
were
other.
talking about Louisiana and then drifting in the Bayou full circle.
Oh shit!
Drifting in the
Oh, shit.
bayou is
I
the
thought you were gonna
bayou.
bring up your brother and his
Drifting
kids
in the
again.
Bayou, bro.
That's gonna be a thing one day.
Could you
Dude.
imagine? Like
First drift team out of there, Bayou Brigade.
Dude.
Sliding Bayou.
Bayou,
Sliding
the
Bayou.
Bayou
Okay.
Brigade.
I like
Get
that. I see what
The
you did.
Bayou Brigade.
The
is
Bayou
fucking sick.
Brigade.
That shit's
Fuck.
No, because there was a drift. There was a drift team that was
Drift
called Drift Brigade.
Yeah, but whatever.
Yeah, Bayou Brigade's better.
Bayou Brigade sounds fire.
Yeah.
No, but Malcolm.
We
Drift
can't. I mean,
Bayou,
but they have to
Drift
talk.
Bayou.
They have
I
to
get
talk
it.
that
I
way.
get it.
Could you imagine if you get a whole bunch of swamp people that are like,
Swamp people.
like, first of all,
Somebody
they should
is
be
not gonna be happy about that.
yo because the TV show Swamp People, they're from down there, from the Bayou.
Is that a show?
That's a show.
What from the Bayou?
Yeah, it's from the show.
Can you fact check this man?
Yo, it's from
Is
the
this a
show. That's a show.
I'll fucking watch this shit
Swamp
right now.
people.
Yo, I promise you,
Dude, he talk like this, like the guy from the
yes,
water body.
yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, it's a show.
it's a show.
Oh, that
dude.
guy sounds exactly like.
That
looks
dude,
like he sounds exactly.
Yeah,
like the way-
exactly. That dude,
Okay.
literally, the way he looks is how he sounds.
Well, I'm just trying to think of the guy from the Water Boy. You know the guy from the Water Boy?
Dude,
You
yeah.
like to see
Look
homo
at that.
naked? You like to
Look
see
at
homo
that.
naked?
Look at that.
That's that guy.
Yeah, that is like that from the movie.
That guy?
That could be you, Carl.
That
That's wearing the
guy,
overall.
that guy rides a Fat Bob Harley
Oh, 100%.
1000%.
He has one of
even
those-
though the Fat Bob is ugly.
Is it one of those hover things with the fan on it? What's it called? Such a
A
city
fan
slicker.
boat. Fan boat.
Fan boat.
Fan
No,
boat.
no.
I could see Carl whipping that.
I went to New Orleans a few times.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Fucking
I
horrible.
went there once. I loved it.
I fucking,
imagine meeting a drift team that had good looking cars
Not happening.
from the Bayou though.
Not happening. I'm
Fire.
sorry.
Fire.
Prove me wrong.
They
What?
come,
No.
yo, but
What are you
imagine
talking
how
about?
hard would that be? They come out.
Those
with-
people?
Yo, with,
That is crazy.
but that's what I'm saying. That's how hard it
that's,
would be.
No, that's what. That's not what I'm saying is crazy. What I'm saying is crazy is that Frankie is so shocked that that would be possible.
The swamp people.
You never know, dude. You never know.
You'll learn a thing or two from
I
the
got this
swamp people.
Koguchi
if you-
power.
what, if
hood.
they, what if they come out with like some like old school overalls?
Yeah,
from,
dude,
like,
I would be
Japan?
so fucking interested in what they're building. What?
Of course you would.
You
Farm boy.
close-minded fuck.
Have a what is it, a squirrel burger or something on a.
I don't know. Maybe,
I'll eat some
maybe
alligator.
not that. I'll have maybe.
I've had gator before. You've had
Some
gator
rice.
I
before?
haven't had it,
I've had gator before, or at
Yeah.
least they said I
It's a
had
little
gator
dry.
before.
but it
Is
tastes
dry?
like chicken.
Isn't it?
I don't know. It was like gator bites, so I'm like, so a chicken nugget.
Yeah, I heard it tastes like chicken.
Right? Like, right? Let's be honest. They're like, oh, you're having gator bites. I'm like, all right, so basically chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
Wait, but nonetheless, though, that's why you gotta have all the flavors, dude.
What do you mean?
That's like the definition of America.
What,
Swamp
gators?
people?
That you could be friends with somebody who's from the swamp, and like, I don't even really know if I want to say swamp people. That sounds so fucking.
That's a TV show.
I
What
feel
are
like
you-
we got friends who probably are, or listeners who are from maybe that area, and like, I wouldn't call him like a swamp person.
I mean, if he looks like that, yeah.
I just want
That's
to
a
hear
swamp person.
What's so bad? All right, so we said swamp person, and they say I'm a city slicker. I wear that with a I am.
That sounds really cool.
right. I'm a city slicker.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. We get all the cool names.
Yeah, I'd be pulling up.
No, we-
comb
fucking
out my,
Yankees.
They made-
I would pull
yeah.
a comb
they
out
made
my
a whole
back pocket.
they made a whole movie called City Slickers where like the city slickers were like the dumbasses. 'cause
I mean,
we-
they are. We are the dumbasses.
Yeah,
Bring
that's
us down
true.
there, and we're gonna be
Yeah.
like, huh? What?
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
know how to guess
I can
what?
light a
They
fire.
could probably survive.
Yeah. Bring me into PA like in 2 hours in, and I'm still gonna be that.
That-
dumb.
yeah,
that-
that's true.
Yeah.
To survive down there, I guarantee you, we would not.
Yeah.
No,
we
absolutely
would
not.
not.
No,
we
no,
would
no.
get fucking killed right away.
100%.
They're gonna be like, okay, now hunt your own
100%.
food. I'd be like, huh?
That's why it fascinates me. I'll watch them.
Bro,
Like, yo,
the-
these people are living this.
The
whatever.
fucking
The
bugs
flies and
alone,
shit?
bro. It would be. I'm getting malaria. right
You're
away.
Filipino. You should be used to it, right? Don't
They
like,
don't, when I go to the Philippines,
crazy.
When I go to the Philippines, the bugs over there, they don't need my blood. They're
don't
like,
need your
I'm
blood?
sick. I'm sick of your shit. Him right here, they're
gonna eat me up.
they're eating him up.
Yeah, they're like
Sucking the shit out of you. Pause.
Caucasian blood. Whoa.
Wait,
whoa.
wait, but why? Why is that?
I don't know what the bugs think.
Cause they're like, I already had this
figure it
flavor before. Like I want gator bites.
Okay, true. Fair enough.
Dude, I haven't had a mosquito bite in so fucking long.
Yeah,
And
9
winter,
months.
Shut up, it's about to be springtime.
The winter has felt that long. Is that weird?
Yo,
The winter is, like,
January
not even
seemed
halfway
really
through.
long.
January was a fucking marathon.
3 weeks of doing nothing.
I
Hell.
love
That was-
January.
hell.
January was our best month. That's why I loved it.
It's because you had a crazy giveaway. Who won the body kit?
Who won it?
His name is Chad Morris.
Chad Morris.
Congratulations.
From
Come on
California.
down. Oh, California.
California had a S13. We called him today.
Well,
Like,
the-
yo, you want a body kit? He's like, really? I'm like, yeah. He's like, that's sick. I'm like, yeah, typical California. you
Yeah.
know?
The right coast got it. See,
Yeah.
that'll look good.
Yeah. So I have a feeling his car probably looks really good. So
He was souped on it?
yeah, he was stoked.
See,
yeah.
that's how the drift universe balance things out. They're nicer people, but they have nicer cars than we do.
I don't really enter raffles.
Right? Let's be honest.
yeah.
We're meaner people.
Although I
therefore-
think things are. I guess I can't.
Come
say
on.
We're
We
nice
have a-
over here.
Listen,
Stop.
you
We're
have
nice.
a couple. We have a couple over here.
that. But I'm saying things are.
They have a fleet.
Yes and no. I think they're starting to get ugly cars over there now.
They got history.
Yeah, but I'm saying now I think it's going both ways. Or like now, it's
Let me
because
ask
of
you
fucking
this.
Instagram, bro.
Who owns it right now? 2025.
The Midwest will own it forever.
Forever.
The style
Yeah.
game?
Yeah. Ever since Risky Devil,
Yep.
right? Like,
Yep.
There's a Texas.
It'll never go away. If you go to,
Don't forget
you've been to
about
Final
Texas.
Have you been to Final Bout?
No.
When you go there and you spend like the 2 days before or whatever hanging out, with
I feel like it's gonna just ruin me. I'm gonna be like, all right, guys, we fucked up.
you are gonna feel that way a little bit, but you're gonna understand that.
Drivers meeting FD. Hey,
Everything here's ugly.
shut it down.
Yeah.
Everything here's ugly.
But you're gonna feel you're gonna have the same thought process that I'm having. You're gonna be like, yeah, they got this shit on lock.
Then you're gonna go
Yeah,
to Culver's, bro.
But he's right about Texas though. Texas is a
Texas
big
looking
thing.
good.
Culver.
Yeah, Knuckle Up is
Oh,
looking.
Culver's.
is
I mean,
great.
Yeah.
Texas.
I think
Texas is fire.
right now you see
Hey, Brad.
Knuckle Up, you see Club FR. I don't say Final Bet. I just say Club
Yeah,
FR. What is it? Good
Luck League?
Good luck.
Something like that?
Yeah, isn't that the guys from the Goodest Past and all that?
I don't know. Do you know, Carl? Good Luck League? Is that a thing?
Yeah, that's out
That's
there.
in California, I think.
That's
at-
Palmer and all them.
Okay.
No. That's
Isn't it?
Goodest Cast. Good Luck League is run by. Fuck. Stevie would know.
Well, that little bubble of people over there, that
But that's not just over there because when you think about it, so now we got West Coast, East Coast, Midwest,
Yeah.
South.
and Drift Indie, because with Derek King and all that, they've really cleaned up
Dude, they
style wise.
Derek
Oh,
King,
yeah, dude,
Derek
that
King
shit's
runs
fucking sick.
an
And that's the
operation.
Midwest.
He
That's
runs
the
a
Midwest,
ship
though.
over there, huh?
That's the Midwest.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, man, Midwest they're gonna be on top for a while when it comes to the style, in my opinion.
Why do you think that is? There's
Because
something in the water.
no, because I think yes, but because okay, hear me out. Before
Yeah.
social media,
Yeah, there's fucking extra calcium in it.
Like,
or
what was
something,
it?
the pipes?
before
where
social
did we
media,
go? Where did we go wrong?
I don't know about that, but before social media, it was you did things that your peers did,
Right.
and that was it.
Right.
And of course, videos and stuff like that from Japan and other things like that.
So you think external influence kind of
100%.
yeah, I
but
can see that for sure.
but they're surrounded by basically the Proceed guys and Risky Devil. Those were the elders in the group. Those were the first people to do it, and they all got their inspiration from Japan. So their cars were immaculate, looking cool, like factory body kit. Not to mention they had Toge Factory over there. So
that's
Dave's
true.
doing the same thing. So now they have that whole community. And what do we have over here? We have Raceway Park. So that's a big thing as far as driving is concerned. We have the best track that anyone had in the country, I would say, for drifting. So what is that going to produce? That's going to produce
Current.
the best drivers.
Do you think we ended up taking the route that we have? I don't want to say. I think because of the heavy influence from Drift Alliance. really steered us
not
into-
exactly. If I had to put a thing, as I'm saying this, I'm figuring it out. They don't have a track over there in Chicago. They have little skid pads and stuff like that, but their stuff was real street stuff because they really didn't have a track. We have fucking Raceway Park an hour away. So our stuff, our drifting was mainly on the track, and especially Drift Alliance and all those guys were doing it before we were, or before I was. And when you're on the track, you're going to break shit a lot more often. Your body kit's going to break, everything, you're going to go off the track, everything's going to be broken. Eventually, you don't really give a fuck about how it looks anymore.
Right.
I think that's it.
Yeah, so we're a product of our environment.
Yes. Yeah.
You don't think
Until someone comes in and changes it.
I think that was you guys though. When you
I
guys,
think it was too,
when
yeah.
you guys in Front Street showed up, you guys were like, you guys kind of, at least from my perspective, you guys picked up where Brian Wilkerson stopped when he had his clean, his
Hatch?
clean coupe.
Oh, cool. Okay.
With
I know.
the Rigamasters and stuff like that. And it was really
And
clean
Wagner's
looking,
car and all that.
Wagner's car and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they were getting style influence from Japan and other places like that. Me and Josh, I can tell you, we're getting a lot of our inspiration from street drifting in Chicago because it was videotaped and it was online now. So we were like, this shit's sick. So it was like we kind of brought that over here because we were like, well, we like driving on the street. We like cool cars, but we obviously love Raceway Park
because
too.
when you guys started doing that, the rest of us, like Dan Savage, Jeff Stoneback, Steve Angerman, like all these other dudes that were showing up at that time, we had already started moving into Pro-Am cars because there wasn't that. And the last time we saw that was like the D1 show off demos that they would do like at E-Town.
there's some videos of that on?
Yeah,
there,
that shit.
Yeah. And it was crazy. Yo, they stomped all over us.
Timing is everything too, because you got to remember, like Petty and all those guys were experiencing that, and you too, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
were
I came
experiencing
in
that.
the tail end of it.
Yeah. So like, you guys already experienced that shit, so they're kind of over that. Now they're like, oh, comp driving. That's kind of obviously not Petty isn't the comp driving, but everyone else is like, oh, comp driving. Like, let's try this out.
I think the reason we ended up doing it is because like for some of us, the only way at that time for it to become, how do we make this a career so we can just keep on doing this forever, was we're going to have to become pro drivers.
Next step?
That was the next
How do
step.
we go?
It wasn't that we got into this and it
you
was
saw
like
Forsberg, you saw Turek, you saw this happening.
And
so-
they didn't do it even the way like those guys did it. Watching their first couple of videos, it didn't come off, at least for me. I didn't receive it like, oh, we're dudes and we're trying to become race car drivers. They were just dudes just shredding.
Yeah.
It wasn't like
There was a lot of
we're trying to
Those-
become,
those videos. So like there were the videos that were like Haggard Garage, all that stuff where it's like hanging out, bullshitting. That's like our level with me and my friends. The Turk off-season videos.
That
and,
was when I was drifting, when those videos came out.
Those videos were like oh shit, like we could do other stuff.
Yeah.
And we can drift and go streeting, and then when I found those, you found other streeting videos. Like somebody made a post about these recently on I think it was like Shakotan nights on Facebook. All of those videos of that era were what not groomed, but birthed a lot of people.
Yeah, your whole era
That
of drifting.
whole era, like Miles Deadbeat, there was this SR20 pig nose hatch, I think it was, or it was a coupe, but there was a front camera in the car, like a bumper cam, and the SR car is just ripping this mountain road, and it's wet, and it's slow, and it's very easy going, and that video, dude. Oh,
videos were a huge thing. I think the era, I would say about 10 years ago, where we were really, that's what, like when we were doing ride to way stuff with like Riso, like videos were a big thing. Like long form videos were huge for us.
Yeah.
And like if you could be part of one of those long form videos, like it was it.
yeah, you got like a little part.
Yeah, it was a real nostalgic time. And I mean, I like what we do with reels and everything now in social media, but back then, like when someone would drop a video, you would go watch the video just to see, but then again, it was so much easier for you to get, it's so much easier now for you to get footage. You kind of get mixed into the sea of footage that's out there sometimes.
Sometimes like a creator will, you stumble upon a channel or something. There's a Harley channel that I watch, Japanese guy who has a Harley.
Probably kills shit.
Does not talk. I mean, there's like
Probably way better at it than us.
100,000 subscribers or whatever, but it hasn't like taken off. Doesn't really talk, but he's able to capture like a vibe and just a feeling that I like. So that's why I watch it. I feel like it just takes that one videographer, that one post-process editor or whatever to make that video, to translate that feeling where it's like, I want to watch this video. I want to watch this next video again. I want to see this part that they got in here. I want to see the driving in this next part.
That was Keep Drifting Fun.
Yeah.
That was...
That one video?
Keep Drifting Fun was huge.
Yeah.
Slide America. I
Is that
remember
the old one that
I don't
the
know
old
that
one, and I
one.
remember Plan B. The company
Yeah.
Plan B. They came out with a drifting video on par with Escape video way back, like in 2005,
Yeah.
2006.
We've been talking about
Plan-
that shit for 10 years now.
Yeah, Plan B. They came out with a straight. So there was a lot of that. It's like, and like, which is why I understand. Like, I'll meet a lot of guys that come to the school that are students that are just like, I want to go compete. And I understand why they do it, because they come in seeing the Forsberg and the Vaughn, but I didn't see that. Like, my introduction with drifting was so much more street drifting, so much more geared on the style. And I guess due to when we came into drifting, by the time we came to like, what's the next thing to do, we moved over to the Pro-Am stuff, because at that time, there was no Pro 2, no nothing. It was just like, when you became pro, you became pro. But back then, and I was saying this at another podcast as well, like, I feel like back then you could be a pro whether you competed, and you can be a pro and just not be a competition drifter.
Well, you're just like the pro of that area.
Like,
Well,
you're
no,
getting
it's like-
paid by
like-
a company.
Let me
Oh,
put it
you
this
mean
way.
like making money wise?
Like, no. I just mean like you are
contractual-wise.
at that skill level. So let me give you a current example now. There's no one that's going to tell me that Josh Solis isn't a professional driver.
I will.
Yeah.
I was about to say this guy right
but
here.
When it comes to drifting, he doesn't compete. He's not a competition, like, But
Well, he does, but he doesn't
He would
compete in
love to
Pro-Am.
be,
Yeah, yeah.
dude, and
Yeah.
he would be the hardest on
I know what you're
himself.
saying.
Yeah, but like
Right away.
what he does, the style of drifting he does, like, there's no license for that. But like that dude's a pro level driver.
Yeah.
Now, if I take Josh and I put him in that V8 350Z that I have, and I say, yeah, you're going to practice for a month, I guarantee you a month later he'll figure that shit out. Way
Easy.
earlier than that.
Easy. Yeah.
So like, what's the difference between that guy and someone who does have a license? You know what I mean? Again, I'm not taking anything away from people that do that, but I just think that there was a time where you could be a pro snowboarder that competed, but you could be a pro snowboarder that did backcountry, and that was 100% okay. And at some point in drifting, it was like that. And then now, if you say I'm a pro, it's like, oh, well, you have to compete.
Look, man, these companies need to start paying people. I'm sorry. that's what it really is.
Yeah, Faction.
Yeah.
Try to get that sponsors.
No, I'm talking like tire companies, like
Microfiber companies.
Yeah.
Fucking.
I thought about that too, but I think maybe just like, so for instance, we look at other racing series and you're like, well, how come we can't do it like that? You know how you said timing is everything?
Yeah.
Well, maybe the timing for it lined up for them that way.
Well,
but
we
the
got-
timing for us isn't, and the structure for us just isn't as so.
I still think grassroots competition stuff is gonna. I know it hasn't. I mean, it's picked up a lot, but I think it's, dude. Super D had it. Like Super D was. That was it.
I mean,
Like if they keep those going or they come out with some more of those, I think that will really help. And
I think
obviously final bout, but
the 235s I
team
think
thing.
are going to do good. I think the Super D.
But I mean, like, as far as companies being like, oh yeah, we'll dump money into this driver because he's
Yeah.
out there, his car's got style. All the kids are looking at these people.
right.
Like I think, but I'm I'm in a different world. Maybe
it's a niche, and
Yeah.
it's like it's real. I think it's really hard for some of these companies to realize what niche they should be attacking. I mean, it's easy for us to decipher the niches of drifting.
Yeah.
But if you go tell one of these people who, for no reason, they should know that, hey, you do know that there's like different subcultures of drifting. To them, drifting is just drifting.
Okay, here, I'll give you an example.
You know,
So like when I would see, this was like 5 years ago, but when I would see like, or when Justin would go do Pro-Am or some shit somewhere, US Drift or something, I'd be there looking around. I'm like, no one's here. No one gives a shit. No one cares.
But that was back then too.
Then you go to Final
Still
Bout
no.
and you're like,
Still no.
everyone is here. Everyone's videoing it. Everyone cares about this.
and that's my whole gripe with it, because I'm like,
But I'm
man,
saying the
like,
potential to make money. Which
It's
one would
there.
you pick?
It's-
I'm going to pick the one with all the eyes on it.
yeah.
Because all those kids are going to drift now.
Now, I don't want to say the unfortunate thing, but I think it's more so like the reality of the situation is your benchmark for that type of stuff is going to be like Formula Drift. So they're going to pull numbers from that and be like, well, this is what it could be at the highest standard.
Yeah.
And like everyone goes there just to go there. Do I think that format of drifting could work out that way? Yes. But I think the evolution of it to get to that point, you guys wouldn't like how it would end up steering. Like it would get maybe a little bit more.
It can't change. That's the thing. It's
it
got to stay
can't.
the same.
But it will.
But it will, because
But
there'll
it
be
will.
money, there'll be this, there'll be that. And I think that's what make that niche so good, is that because
Because
isn't a
there's no
ton of
money.
that. Yeah, exactly. And so it can stay pure.
Okay.
But pure is a weird thing
Wait,
because
let's back up. Skateboarding. People do street series, comps, stuff like that.
Yeah. They do
It's not
street-
all whack.
No.
what I'm
And there's
talking
money.
Yeah, there's money. But there's also dudes that don't do that, and all they do is videos and they make money.
What I'm talking
Which
ab-
is good, too.
What I'm concerned about that you're bringing to light for me is if somebody, the sport that we have evolves based off of fucking experimentation. Like one person does one thing, somebody figures out how good that is, and then they do it repetitively. Then it just multiplies, right? Like V8s were not huge right off the rip. Then they became huge because Formula Drift in like 06 or whenever the fuck that was popular, there was like a couple of those V8s that drifted the best.
Yeah,
and then people
yeah.
down here were like, okay, we could actually buy these, I feel like. And then more people got V8s because they were like, shit, V8s are actually really easy to drift.
Yeah, it
I've
was
driven
only a matter of
I've driven a
time.
V8 car like once. This is just an example.
Because V8s are so
Then
cheap here.
some person see a V8, another person see a V8. Everybody's like, if you have a LS swap, you're fucking pro. You're the pro, right?
Yeah.
You're sick.
Yeah,
Like-
absolutely.
He got a V8 because of that.
He's got two.
Yeah.
One non V8, one V8.
Yeah.
But now it's what avenue will the sport take to get to that level that Reese is describing, where they, as in the population, the community, chooses which way.
Well, what
The
Reese
easiest-
was saying to me was once money gets involved, the people with the money handing it out they're just going to want more money.
Yeah.
So how do they get more money? They need
I
more
was thinking
eyes.
about other
so how
stuff.
do they do this? And then before
And
you know
like,
it, it's terrible.
I mean, I don't
Yeah.
want it to be that way, but like, I mean, if we're
But then
gonna-
that's why I brought up skateboarding. I'm like, oh wait, I think there's still cool skateboarding. But then you hear about the same shit in skateboarding. Like, what's that podcast I listen to sometimes?
again, because we don't know about it all the way.
Yeah.
We know the ins and outs of this.
But like Rob Deerdeck
Yeah.
brought in that whole that he had like a street series comp or something that apparently was a big deal. I didn't know it was, but
Yeah,
and-
SLS.
yeah. And when I heard about him talking about that, and he was on someone's podcast, I was like, oh, that's actually really similar to the shit we're going through. Because he was making it seem like there wasn't like an easy entryway to this stuff. It was like you either had to be a crazy
And that's
pro
the
or-
thing. Like, why do you have to go do that? It sounds so bad because I'm a judge. And I'm like, why are you coming
That's
here?
why I love this conversation.
Like, it's so bad,
like-
but it's like, I get that you want to go do that, but like, what about the people that don't, and they're just perfectly content with being rippers at the division? And I don't like saying it's a division lower,
Yeah.
but I mean, like, it's just a different way of doing it. Like, there used to be 4 strokes and 2 strokes in motocross,
Yeah.
and you have to be just as skilled to do either or.
So what would your ideal situation be in the drifting competition world?
I think people should. I think we just need to have less grip, go to a smaller tire size, and make it more about the driver.
And just jam.
And yeah, make
But
it
would you
more
have
about the
like
driver.
would you have different competitions, or it would just be FD, or it would be like different? Not saying there should be other operations as big as FD, but I'm saying would there be like grassroots competition, like more grassroots competition?
I wish we were more organized in our industry to where we could have like a grassroots division.
Imagine a FD grassroots division.
Yeah.
That would be
I'm in there.
Not FD because it would just be a headache.
Yeah, it would
You
be.
know what I mean?
But I try to
wouldn't-
give it,
Well, yeah,
try to give him a little shout, but
because I don't want to judge it. I want to drive.
Yeah, I want to drive too. Like anybody
Because
privateer, like own privateers only.
or it's not that. It's
And I need a pay stub to show me that you're a privateer. I want to see how much money you have, and you'll put me only against others, band for band. You're not taking me out.
well, I think where the money's going to come into play, like let's say you're in the middle of a competition, like you break something, and you just so happen to have the part because you have the money. I think that's where it comes into play. But I think having like these different competitions, if we have to have competitions, like it just steering it to where like I think eventually you get good enough in drifting where you can be like, okay, someone's winning here possibly because of horsepower and tire, and over here with the way they have it set up with the restrictions of maybe tire sizes, people are winning based off of like more than just that. You know, and like I don't want to say like, oh well, you know, it's more about the driver than your equipment. I'm not taking away from what they're doing in FD, but I think in the middle, a lot of people look at you competing in like a 235 series, and it's like almost like people don't take you serious. You're like, oh, well, you're not really doing anything. You're just doing this. It's like, nah, dude, like they're like this takes a lot of skill to do.
yeah, I would
stuff.
feel almost the opposite way.
You know what I mean? But I think only people that know about drifting can see how hard it is to like, okay, I have a 400 horsepower car and I have to go against this dude that has like turbo lag, but it's like 320. Like, how do I match it? You know what I mean? Like that there's some skill that goes into figuring that out. Where in the high horsepower stuff, it's just like speed, grip, horsepower. Nothing wrong with that. It's just something different. You know what I mean? Like that's just all it is.
And FD is cool to watch, so I don't want to get rid of it.
No, it's cool to watch because of. I think Greg said in one of the other podcasts that it's good because it spreads the word of drifting to the masses. It may not be something that everyone's about because everyone likes a different form of drifting, but it's like the biggest chip that we have in drifting.
So that's why we should support it.
And that's because more people will get it because more people get into it and then they steer away from comp stuff and start doing what we're all the other stuff.
That's why we set booths up at Formula Drift.
I definitely agreed with what he's, and that guy is smart as hell.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Well, I don't know about Greg.
Craig Bouchel.
I
Sometimes
don't know
when he
about him being
explains
all
things,
smart. I don't know.
oh shit! Hey, sorry. This is the Faction
No,
podcast. My bad.
I love Greg. He's awesome.
Yeah. We're gonna fight.
I never met Greg yet, so
No, he's a good dude. He's definitely a good dude. I spoke with him not too long ago. We were talking about like judging and all that stuff and just drifting and where everything's at. And it's like it's cool you can have those conversations with people, just the where drifting is going, and like everyone has a little different view of it all.
What about those Adam LZ events?
What, the World Tour?
Yeah, that's the
I
one that
judged one of them.
Josh got second place or some shit in.
Did he get it in Canada?
No, the Jersey one, whatever year that was.
Oh, where he literally
that shit was sick.
See,
So that's
so
a
that
good
was
mix.
a hometown hero
Yeah.
moment for Josh.
Yes.
Probably like that. Probably, I want to know how the fuck to feel about that. I would be geeking.
Yeah.
Dude.
I mean,
I know how Josh felt. He was like fucking second place.
right?
God damn it.
He's like, I should have won.
We were all like, yo, this is sick. He's like, fucking second. He only gets second place, so I know that's how he felt. But
I think those are good. I got to judge the one in Toronto. So I went up there and it was just, a really good show. You just go there, there's tons of people. No one took it really serious. I think what I've noticed is just like no one really like in drifting, like no one really takes it serious.
yeah,
But as soon as you go to FD,
everything's serious. Well, you know why? There's a lot of money on the line.
This shit's for real.
Yeah.
People like anywhere else is like, yeah. The FD, it's like,
You know why I'm?
There's a lot of money on the line, man.
You know
and
what
I get
I'm waiting
it.
for?
I get it. You're absolutely. There's a lot of money.
That's
I look
what
at
it
how
is.
When I see people break shit, I'm just like, that's expensive.
You know what I'm waiting for in FD? For Brian Hopp to bust that shit up
Yeah,
and
we're
show him
really
that you could
excited
fucking
about
have
Brian
fun
Hopp.
in FD.
Come on, let's hear
I
it.
hope so.
Just show up in there, Hop, and fucking fuck shit up. Just start partying around.
What's your opinion on this?
I think Brian's a good driver, but I think with anyone that's new, you need to be a little bit. You just have to get used to it. And you go in there, the water's cold. It's like, all right, I got to get used to this. I think other people that we've seen have success, like Manoa or like Connor, they come from already doing that.
Yeah.
You know, so do I think, can people drift and are good at drifting? Yeah. But where it changes with Formula Drift, where I will 100% give it to these FD drivers, it's different when you lock in and then you go out there and you see how many people are showing up for this, and then you have to perform in the next 45 seconds. Like that's...
And Brian is a very chill, fun.
Yeah, he's a very... And I think he definitely can lock in and do all that. So I think...
Yeah,
you
now
know,
we're going to see if it's possible, and I cannot wait.
Dude,
because
I want Hop to look at those challenges and just be so laissez-faire about it because it's...
Well, yes and no, but yeah. He's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And just,
I hope it
just
pans
go
out
out
great.
and show that people can have fun still. Like, people
Yeah.
see Hop on the internet now, and he's out fucking jumping Jeeps and shit.
But even Hop, I think even Hop, once he gets there, you have to take it serious because Hop, maybe the first time not, but like I'm sure after he goes for the first round and he sees how much was used.
Yeah.
It's like you may be okay with it. You may be a person who you lock down your sponsors and you did everything you need to do and you're ready to do this. But it takes a different person when you're like, okay, I spent X amount and I got to do it again. I gotta do it four more times.
Yeah, that is
and then you
going
got to
be
lock in. So like, I totally sympathize with these guys when like,
when
you
they
know,
take it seriously.
when they take it serious, and then they'll come up to you, they'll ask you a question, but in the back of their mind, you know, their transmission broke and their mechanic is sick and like their trailer tires broke and like all these things that you wouldn't even think about is what these drivers are thinking about. So like that's the stuff, and they have to deal with all of that within 3 days of doing the competition. So that's where I feel like that world of Formula Drift is very different than like what we do outside of FT. Because if something goes wrong, like there's always someone that can help you. It's like, you know, you can figure it out, like whatever. Over there, you're still going to get the help, but you know, you got Father Clock on the line over there looking at everything. You're on a time limit. No one's going to sleep. Then you got to get home.
I can't wait to have Brian on this podcast because I want to get his opinion before he goes in. Yeah.
Have you talked to him? We should get him on here.
I'm
think
sure
March.
he'd come on here. I think you should have him come on here before he goes, and then after.
We're sponsoring him with Origin. So
Are we really?
yeah.
What the fuck, Brian? I've seen you like 6 times.
So I think when he comes grab some stuff, we'll have him on the podcast and
That's
then we'll
sick.
go from there. But yeah, so we're trying to make sure the car is looking 100%.
apart.
Yeah.
I like how we're all trying to like clean up a little bit. We're like, all right, let's get a clean shirt on. You know, I didn't get a clean shirt. I just got clean socks real quick. I was like, all right, let me start with the socks.
Yeah.
We'll
The
work our way
wheels.
up. Yeah.
It's just nuts that is a thing. Like Hop was in the fucking early E-Town group too. And now
Yeah.
he's fucking
Yeah.
And he was the driver.
Forsberg, Turk, fucking. How many?
But Hop was the driver. You go to E-Town. Like if you're like, oh, I'm going there. And I don't have a car today. I'm not driving. I'm not drifting today. Well, is Hop drifting? Oh, okay, cool. Then I'll go watch.
Yeah.
Like that's the person you want to watch. That's
Yeah,
one,
he was wild.
like. What do you think?
He's-
Top 3 people you want to watch at E-Town if you were there?
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Especially
Like-
when he had the VQ S13
Yep.
and like, yeah, that thing was haggard.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he
Well,
drove it. He drove the piss out of it.
Yep.
His like Coca-Cola colored S13 looks really good.
Yeah. And that fucking V8 is crazy.
Yeah. I've been on the receiving end of that thing. I'm like, all right, dude, relax.
the receiving end is
Yeah. Because he's like, yo, I'll chase you. And then I'm like,
all you hear is
I can't even hear myself. Yeah, that's all you heard. I'm like,
shit.
I try to follow him once. I'm like, all right, I'm not even going to try this.
Yeah.
I'm like, whatever.
Did we put up a questionnaire?
Yeah.
All right, let me check. Now I can go on Facebook. So, I mean Instagram. Whoops. There's that.
I was about to go right to Marketplace.
This was great. This was like not so much. It was just broing.
That's how they've been.
That's how it always
recently,
is.
yeah.
I know this.
Yeah, we're good at this now. It's fucking hype. We just kind of hang out.
Lollipop. We still doing food after this?
Yeah, we can.
Dude, I'm starving.
Well, I probably should work, but no, it's fine.
No,
We'll
no,
do
no, no,
that.
no, 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 no. No, you don't have kids at home. You
Well, I might actually have to work. We'll see. We'll see.
no,
We'll shut this
dude,
down.
please.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Y'all can go.
That's what I did last
It's
week.
not a party without you, Frankie.
Yeah, it is. Trust me, I'm
Dude.
boring.
I went with Push last week without you, and
We'll see
I
what he's
missed
doing
you.
outside, and we'll see if he wants it.
I quite
like
literally
those dudes.
missed you. Yeah, we went out to dinner
Yeah.
with them afterwards, and I would go up to the counter. I'm like, Frankie was here already, huh? And she was like, yeah, 10 minutes ago. I'm like, I knew it. I fucking knew it.
I had to eat at home,
He fucking
I had to go to
dashed home.
sleep.
He had to go to bed.
but I still got that food though.
Fucking crazy.
All right, let me see this shit.
There were those were the cars that I was looking at when I was like, I gotta fit these wheels better.
Oh, really?
And then I saw those cars and I was like, yeah, like that.
Dude, those cars are cool, but those guys can drift, man.
Yeah.
Have you seen them? Like,
Yeah.
They're our evergreen product.
Yeah. Which is cool.
Yeah, you should go to Evergreen, dude. What's going on?
Honey mustard chicken sub, baby. Come on.
Yeah,
I need
yeah.
that right now. Oh my gosh. I haven't
Damn, you
had
saw
one
the
in so
photo?
long.
That's a good photo.
I know, I'm out there, dude.
Are those your glasses that film stuff?
No, that's something else.
Dude, it's taking me this long to figure out how to work this shit.
What are you doing?
I don't know. Malcolm, can you just read the questions?
Bro, where are you?
Dude,
It's
he's
just
like
annoying,
he's been
bro.
clicking on his phone.
I haven't been on here in a month. I forgot how to use it.
It's
They
the
updated
same
it.
thing. Is it updated?
Okay,
Nope.
I got it.
Okay, there you
But
go.
I don't want to read them. You read them.
Oh, there's a good amount.
Yeah, you read some. I'll read some, but I'm gonna let you start.
All right.
You think they'll be judging questions? Probably.
Like, oh, why did he do this? I don't know. Let's find out.
That'd be
First question by S13 Tanner. What do you wish you could have done differently
There are.
looking back to when you started drifting?
I wish I never took interior out of my car.
Oh, yep. Yep.
ooh, hey.
Like the day I did that and I went to an event that it was damp, I was like, this was the stupidest thing I could have ever done. Like,
Oh, why? 'Cause
we're gonna
it's
take the
slippery?
heater out. We're gonna weight reduction. We don't even know about that shit back then. We were like, we're gonna it's the stupidest thing ever. The day I did that and I took the interior out, when I took the carpet out, that's when I was like, I ruined it. I wish I never did that.
Yeah.
For
Good
sure.
answer.
Interior.
I got
for
saved
as long
by
as-
that. My first car, I took the interior out, did all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Drifted it for like a year or less. No, a year. And then Hurricane Sandy wiped it out. So I got a fresh, clean slate right after. And I was like, oh, I'm not
I
taking
feel
the
like you
interior
guys saw what we did and we're like, cool. We're not doing that. We're not gonna do that.
out. Yeah, literally.
Yo. Nice. Nice. Good for you. Good for you. We're not doing that though.
Russo says your fashion style during the early days, of the early drifting days.
Holy shit! Why?
Why do you bring that up?
Why is that being brought up right now?
Fashion style? Had to be your clothing.
You gotta be knowing why.
I mean, it must have been like basketball jerseys and like big.
Oh, okay. I
tees
kinda remember
and
this,
stuff
Reese.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need to see. We need to see that again.
What basketball jerseys?
Low, but not.
I do
but-
remember that.
But
Yeah,
not
yeah.
a basketball
basketball
jersey for like anybody specific. Just like a and one basketball jersey. That's it.
I would love to.
Josh Roloff says, Drift Alliance. Why? Why?
Yo, I have no idea why.
No.
Listen, one day we saw something happen out there on track, and we were just like Drift Alliance, and like it just became this thing. We just started saying to one another. Every time we see, there's like no rhyme or reason. It's just like we just try to see each other first and be like Drift Alliance. Yeah, it's a bro thing. I don't know.
Hey, shout out Josh. He's working on his car lately. You see that? Well, you just got back on Instagram, but
I saw him working on it. Yeah.
engine is in.
Ever since he came here.
It's like
You saw that.
back.
Yeah, that dude's cool. Good vibes.
Love Josh. Love Josh.
That's what I would say when I would watch FD and I was in the crowd. I'd be like, Drift Alliance takes another win. That's what I would say. That's when I would say that.
Ask Cap. You said different words.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't think it's really like that anymore. There's not too many Drift Alliance people.
Just Vaughn, Chris, and
Vaughn is
Brian
still
said-
drifting. I thought he stopped, but he came
comes
back.
in. He
right?
comes in. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's the secret to a good empanada? Javi.
For me, it would be the crust.
Ooh.
Yeah, it needs to be crunchy.
Remember that day Will brought like 40
Don't
on
remind
there?
me. Don't
Those
remind me.
those were pastelillos. They weren't. Well, those were Puerto Rican empanadas. Just as good though.
Fucking yeah.
But for
he
me,
brought,
the
like-
Colombian style would be the corn crust needs to be just right.
So
Oh.
you'll be bringing those up here next time.
Wait,
down,
so
yeah.
the Colombian ones are the corn ones. Mm-hmm. What is the one where it's a little bit more of a dough and it usually
Pastelillos.
somebody? That's what that is. Okay,
Pastelillos.
that's I guess the one that I'm used to too. Fuck, those were good.
Are Dominican empanadas different than other ones?
Yeah,
Those are the ones I always have.
What do they
'cause
look
I only
like?
know Dominican people.
they're kind of the same. You know what I mean? But they're all great. It's just a lot of them use like a flour base instead of a corn base.
And the filling kind of changes
Yeah,
up
the
too,
filling
like the way it's
changes.
seasoned.
Yeah.
Will his S chassis ever return? And what was his favorite version of it so far? And future version?
My favorite version of my S13 was when it was all red and it had chrome flames on it.
Yeah. That was the last one, right?
Hell yeah.
That was in 2014.
Yeah.
That was my favorite version of it. Everyone likes the Los Goonies one when I had like the Philadelphia
A brown
skyline.
color or something.
It was, I think it was violet with like mint green or something like that.
I remember the mint.
Yeah. But I like the chrome flame after that, which was 2014. It was a V8 then. And I don't know. I want to, if I were to do that car again, like I'd probably do a KAT and I'd go to like Hayes Boys and be like, hey, I'm like, doing
They know
That's
the
Russo too.
they know the KAT over there, bro.
Yeah, that's their thing. Is the judging going to be better this coming season?
Damn, Reese. Fuck.
I mean that's the goal. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely the goal. I mean, definitely after the first year, there's some things that you're like, hey, like I'd love to see if we could address X, Y, and Z. And there's definitely opportunities to do that. And I mean, I hope it all gets taken care of. I really do think too, it's just like more people that watch it now understand it more, so they're asking for better explanations. And I think there's a lot of things that we just don't bring up, such as like drivers meeting, like what goes on in those drivers meeting, what gets agreed upon. Like, hey, this weekend, this is what we're doing, but then no one else knows
There
except
should
the people in the
definitely,
drivers meeting.
yeah,
You
that
should-
should
you
definitely be a thing that's announced.
Yeah.
You
And,
should
like,
watch like those older FD videos and do like, you know how you do the little compare. You ever see Reese's voiceovers?
I don't know.
Like, you should maybe watch some of those. That'd be a cool little video.
What, the old
The
ones?
judging of what they're saying back then, because they're still yelling and screaming about something, but I swear to you, it does not sound like
no, it doesn't.
exactly.
Yeah, it's
like,
like
it's totally different parameters
it's
of what they're looking at.
definitely different things that they're looking at, and like, thank God, we don't look at that stuff like that now. And I really just think it's that. I don't think anyone is wrong, really. It's just, you know, like you may look at drifting a different way because you were brought up doing something a certain way in this area, and we did it this way. And then when you compete, if you don't come to agreeable terms of like, yo, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
I think that's where there's a disconnect.
Well, I know what you mean with that because when we did the fucking twin drift thing, there was no agreement on anything, and there was no way to judge anything.
So you see what I'm saying?
That was a fun thing. Like that was from the beginning.
But if we're doing a competition, we should make it a little more serious.
First of all, it is a competition run by some of our close friends, and it was translated right at the beginning that this whole thing is for fun. The fact that they had trophies is sick.
Yeah, like they got
like,
trophies and everything.
It's that was for fun, and I'm gonna back them up on that for fun. There was
Yeah, but-
no winner, no loser.
There was winners and losers, and you lost.
But people
I
want to
did.
win. The
I
moment
did
you said
lose.
there's a competition, people want to win.
Yeah,
Or
you
it's
should have
just the way
seen
it
this
is.
guy. He was fucking locked in.
I was locked in, and then when I heard we lost, I turned right around, looked right at Ethan in the eye.
That's on you.
That was you. Fucking all day long, bang on.
Yeah.
When it mattered, Ethan, you motherfucker.
So you see what I'm saying? It's like everyone has a little different way of of looking at things, and I just think it's like moving forward, having a better clarity on like, hey, this is what we're looking for.
Yeah, they should say in the beginning of the event, like, oh, by the way, this is what the judges will be looking for. This
And like
is-
a
They
lot of
kinda
times,
did though.
do?
Damien did.
yo, but like maybe
oh no, not that event.
maybe when we explain it, like drift people get it, but not everyone really gets it.
Yeah.
Like when there's like, yeah, we're gonna like,
Oh, so
yeah.
they have no. So the people that don't know what the hell's going on, they have
Yeah, if
no
I say
idea.
like, yeah, you see the dude dive into the pocket, they're like, yeah. Maybe they don't know what diving into the pocket means. They don't know it means,
yeah,
you know, they don't know it's proximity plus angle. Like
they
so-
got to explain that every round.
and
what
I
they
think
need to
for
do.
us, it's those little nuances that we take for granted that like, oh, of course we know what initiation is. Of course we know what a left foot brake is. Of course, but not everyone knows what that shit is.
Yeah.
And like, if we're talking to a large audience, you know, that's where I think, you know, you
Yeah.
can get a little blurred there. So I hope so, because like it sucks getting yelled at. So
Another question is basically the same thing, but how is FD judging? How has the FD judging team been dealing with the tourists complaining about your calls? I don't really know exactly what that means.
What
but
is the tourist?
Maybe that's exactly what you're talking about. Maybe
that.
people who don't really know what's going on.
I think it just gets lost in translation. And I think that's really what it comes down to. And I think we are pretty strict in FD when it comes to a lot of things. Like we you know, run this line, do this, do that. So maybe they just, again, maybe they're coming from a different area where they do things differently elsewhere. You know, because imagine you come up, it's impossible to think like whatever they're doing in the Netherlands or whatever they're doing, it's exactly what they're
it's
doing
not gonna
here.
be the
Yeah,
same.
totally
You
different.
know, and like I don't think anyone does it better than anyone else. It's just like I go back to bringing basketball in it. Like you have the NBA in America, you have the FIBA that's international. They're not all the same rules. It's
The balls are different.
yeah,
balls.
and everybody can coexist.
No,
but-
no. The basketballs are literally different. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Like the brand.
and everything coexists. No issue. Drifting, it's like we have to like. Well, this was better than this.
But
It's
there's
like,
a better person even in FIBA, bro. Because I know FIBA.
Right.
I've watched a game or two. I fucked with basketball when I was a kid. I just know when the U.S. would go to any other country, they would absolutely rip
right.
rip and roar.
But
through
lately it
there.
hasn't been that way. You know.
Wait,
what I
has
mean?
it not?
No. I mean, you know, the world is catching up.
Oh,
but
okay.
but the same thing in the world of drifting. It's like, you know, it exists in other sports where it exists. Like, how come it can't like let Drift Masters do what they're doing? Let FD, let D1NZ, let you know RDS, like let them all coexist. But
Well,
it's
those
like-
things have to exist so that when we all battle each other country-wise, it's like there is something there to battle each other upon. Like, you know, there's grounds for that shit.
And I think there needs to maybe like a global. And I remember there was one of my buddies that was at the Iron Drift Challenge, Iron Drift King competition over in Germany named Olaf. He was like, you know, if like globally everybody just kind of understood what the rules were going to be, it'd make things a lot
I don't
easier.
know if that would be possible.
But I mean, it's like, basic things like, yo, like you need to run the lead line needs to be like, that should be global. Like if you're going to be in the lead, you should be running the correct line.
That's
You
true.
know, like, and not everyone does that. Cause I
Even
mean,
Carl could agree with that.
you know what I mean? Like,
Right,
right.
yeah.
That should be a universal thing.
Yeah.
You know, obviously there's some nuances that are going to vary depending what part of the world you're in. But like, if you're in the lead, like you should be running the right line. If you're in the chase, cutting a line and getting into the pocket's fine. But like cutting it where you're literally like cutting half the track off, like that shouldn't be allowed.
I like those little lights that show you if they're in a forward motion. Like,
I'm glad
I
you
don't-
do because everybody.
I don't know why. Okay, let's say. Well, I don't know a lot about them, and
Right.
I'm up here.
Right.
So since I am up here, all that tells me is okay. If that lead person was in the lead and they were right in the zone, but the light turns red for any reason, then I'm like, why did they need to get off throttle there? Like,
Right.
that is on you. Like
Yeah.
you got off.
Yeah.
That's kind of, you know,
Right.
is that
Yeah.
Right. And the lead.
in the lead?
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah. See, so that I feel like is pretty easy to translate if you got them little light things. But again, I'm up here, and down here, there's probably a whole array of issues on why they're bad.
Yeah, and then you have people that fixate on like one particular part of the battle and the call, and they don't really take consideration the rest of the battle or the battle before.
How hard is that to judge?
I don't like FD.
You doing that, like, because even when I'm watching some of these, I'm like,
You come up with a system, like you just kind of
you got to watch this, watch that.
Yeah,
turn,
you just
watch
kind of look at them, or you take notes. Like sometimes I'll jot it down, or sometimes I'll just use like voice record, and I'll just as I'm going, I'm watching them do what they're doing.
And you got to rewatch it too, right?
Yeah, you can rewatch it and stuff. Like we have replays, or sometimes I do it with my phone. Whatever's going to give me better access to replay, like that's when I'm gonna.
Because I'm that guy that will focus on one thing and be like, oh, what the fuck, he got robbed.
Yeah,
Because I'm just like, I just remember
and
that
it's
thing.
rough too, because I think the chasing is what really messes it up. Because let's say you have a battle, and then the first guy goes lead and chase, and then the lead puts down like a semi-good lead run, but isn't the best. And because he really didn't put the best lead run, but it was okay, the chase was good, but wasn't as great as it could have been. So it's like, boom, all right, you get that. And then you switch, and then the chase driver puts down a baller lead line, which now allows the chase driver to put a baller chase. And the uneducated would say, oh, well, the chase driver in the second battle should win because his chase was closer. I'm like, well, no, the chase driver didn't put a good lead run, which hurt the other. So that's not allowed.
Oh my God, I had to fucking compute that for a second.
This
because
can get,
I was
this
like,
can get real complicated.
no,
Yeah.
because
I think
now
like
it
that
makes
should
sense.
be global.
Because this is what that is going to help me do is when we watch
Basically,
FD.
you can sandbag.
Exactly.
But it's meant to not. The
Trying
judges
to
are there
prevent
to
that.
tell you you're sandbagging.
Yeah.
But now when we're watching FD in the faction Discord or something like that, and we're all yelling about some bullshit, I'm gonna be like, yo,
The lead line
I got 20 on it right here. I promise I don't know anything. 20 on it right here.
I don't know what the percentage is, but you have a pretty high chance of winning any battle is if you're the lead driver first and you put down an amazing lead line.
Is that kind of like how it plays out?
Well, because think about it. I mean, it's just numbers. It's just like if you put down an amazing lead line where you're running like the fat bro line, lot of angle, nice and wide, deep into the zones, and you do everything you need to, speed doesn't even play a factor at that point. As long as you're pushing it to the maximum of the ability and you're still completing everything, you'll get close to 100% point run. So now the chase driver who was trying to glue it to you the entire time, in order for that chase to carry weight, he also has to put down an amazing lead run to match your lead run.
Yeah.
In order for us to go back to your chase runs and say, where's the difference?
Yeah.
But I think people will see a chase run and see someone get closer and immediately say, well, this guy won.
Yeah, that's me.
And they won't take in consideration that the lead driver messed up, so that's why they didn't allow the proximity to be where it needs to be. And I think that's the biggest confusion when it comes to battles. Because there's a lot of times like, well, this guy was closer. I'm like, yeah, but when he was in his lead run, he messed up in 3 different spots. You know, and
This shit is difficult.
They may be minute, but at the level of FD, like we're dealing with professionals, so minute is minute. It doesn't matter.
No, I'm with that.
And you have to make sure your shit's 100% when you're
Keep it
judging.
that way.
'cause-
Keep it
Yeah.
that way. Yes.
Yeah, then you walk away like, well, that's my choice.
This is a good question, I guess. What's the next goal? What's something you want to accomplish? I guess your personal goals, your drifting goals, whatever it is.
Dude.
That's FRS Zach. I don't know if you know this person.
Yeah, he's the FRS kid
I
who
thought
came
so.
here. I would say, I don't know. I think it's really, I think at this point it's just like wherever drifting really pretty much needs me. I mean, I'm just pleased that I'm able to do everything that I'm doing.
Reese is
You
the
are
drift-
Batman.
He's the
I
drifting
know, well,
disciple.
Batman is Jed Davis. You are
He's a drifting disciple.
It's maybe just
wherever the wind takes
continue
him.
drifting globally. Like I will think like what I said about trying to get to Colombia and go drift down there and do all
Yeah.
that. Like I feel like some of us are lucky enough where we've gotten to a point where we're able to go do like these really fun things, like go drift in different countries and find these little nooks that we want to go drift. And like, cause like me competing in a series is the last thing on my mind. You know what I mean? Like I still want, like if something pops up, it's like, yeah, let's go do it. But like, I know the game, and the game is, if you go put a video clip together of you doing something amazing, like that carries way more weight, and especially if the difficulty factor is through the roof.
Yeah.
You know, but it's just hard to do it because we've been to almost every track on the East Coast. So the only smart thing to do is just try to find somewhere else you haven't been and try to do something gnarly there that's
Manifest
never been
destiny.
done. Well, that's what. Well,
No,
yeah. Well, I mean, well, look
that's
at
what
Drift,
it is.
Look at Drift Appalachia, right?
Uh-huh.
It's popular because it's crazy, it's wild, but it's because you guys have never seen that before.
I like
In
that it's
America.
evolving too. It's
Yeah,
involving.
Oh, it's evolving.
It's
alright,
involving grip driving, I think, from
yeah.
what
Yeah,
I
yeah,
saw.
Yeah. Kind of like an homage to Initial D. I have nothing to do with that part of it because I don't do that.
I know.
stuff.
I feel like a couple people who might have an homage to that, and it's that
Yeah.
a couple people who are maybe up here by us.
Well, who's the guy with the BMW?
Pete,
That dude rips. I tried to keep up with him, not drifting in the Z1s. Not
No.
happening. Not happening. He was gone.
him and Johnny
Those are
drove
some
home.
local toge drivers.
Him and Johnny,
They're legit.
So
tailgate
that
drivers, allegedly.
that group, allegedly, that group. If you want to go find out who that group is, just go find Pete.
Is there a team name?
No,
Yeah.
not
What's the
well.
team- what's
There
the
is a
team?
team name, but Johnny's not really.
No, Johnny's not affiliated with that name. But if you want to go check him out, you can go check out Winding Spirit on Instagram.
Is that what it is? Wine and Spirit?
Yeah.
That's tight. Man.
But they hypothetically exist, and ever since we were younger, that group has existed for
Oh,
a
really?
very, very, very long time.
I saw that dude on. I was like, yo, the best dude here is ripping up and down in his Beamer right now, dude.
He's
Like,
checked me before because we had a group called BM Speedstars for a while, and he checked me on Instagram
BM
like early
Speed-
days.
Yo, what? Like he was like, yo, like
He
what
was
the
like,
fuck is
"Yo,
your
you
team,
got
dog?
BM on your name, like lock it up."
BM is
And I was
the
like,
name
dude.
of the location where they go.
They're like,
What?
they're like, dude, like,
What's it, sticker for sticker? What's up?
dude, he wanted it.
What?
And I said no. I
He
was
wanted the
scared.
heat?
He would have given me the fucking heat, dude. These guys are not. They do not fuck around.
Yo, so he like, yo, I'm about this dude. So you mean he rolled up on you like, yo, what's up?
He
dude? You
would.
trying to flex on your spot?
Yeah,
Like,
and-
we're the only team on this fucking mountain.
I will fucking hand it to you. Do a good
What?
Take it.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Take it. Take it.
That's crazy.
We're in a good spot, man. We got mountains
BM
like right
BM
up there.
got me,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
right
that
here.
our,
We got
That's
E-Town down
sick.
there.
that place got. I named our group that group because that place just brought us all together. That group runs the fuck out of that place, and they own it. So,
Winding Spirit.
yep.
That's tight.
And the place that we're talking about is, if
And
you
they
know
don't
it,
really get.
you know it.
They don't
I'm
get
not going to
shouted
name
out
it.
like that often. They don't really even like it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
Damn, that's how
We're
OG they
3
are?
hours into the podcast. I don't think anybody's going to find this,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
if you
But he
do,
will be. He will be
he's
shot.
drug-
He will be shot.
That's funny.
Okay.
they're the hardest group. They mean they are the ones who discipline that area. I feel like
Yeah.
That being brought up, another question: Evergreen Toge stage ever going to happen?
Man, I
the
wish.
fact that we even talked about that earlier, that's sick.
I mean, yeah, I know some people know there's property available and stuff like that, but it costs a lot of money. There's a lot of zoning, a lot of big boy stuff. So, and let's face it, trying to convince the township to like, hey, let's do this. I'm sure they would be like, yeah, sure. So, you know,
Why not?
Is there a way to do it? I have thought of some clever ways of maybe pulling it off, but I
Just
think,
tell them it's a driveway,
yeah,
and then you ran out of
I wish.
concrete.
Yeah, I wish.
I saw it on Reddit once.
I even want to be like, oh, well, maybe like, you know, doing it where the trees are at, it muffles the noise. But like at the end of the day, like someone's going to say something. So is it impossible? No. Could it probably happen? Probably not. But it's not impossible.
Do you think?
know?
Do you think money is the deciding factor?
I think money, if it's only money, then it has to be a lot of money.
Okay, so you heard it here. If you got a
Yeah.
lot of money and
If
you don't
it's-
care
it has
about
to be
any
a lot
return
of
on your
money.
investment,
If it's just like I got some money, but I have connections, I think you're better off having connections with, you know, someone somehow to try
Yeah.
to make. And I think that's how that stuff happens. But so
I wanna
anytime
be
soon,
involved
probably
with that,
not.
something
You know?
like that. That'd be fun as fuck.
you're the guy to do it, Carl.
I just don't know how. I don't fucking. No one reaches out to
You
me
and
with
Reese,
these
you and Reese will
opportunities.
talk. You guys can figure something out.
I'm just gonna be
Send
the
him
guy
in.
that's driving
Send
a
him in to
little.
talk to the
It'll be
people.
like
I'll give you a
it'll-
pamphlet.
I'll be the person. You know that.
You ever
machine,
see this guy in a suit? He looked good.
Lightning McQueen. I have worn a suit here before.
He could convince some people to do things. I think.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't convince you
Speak
in
to
a
my
suit.
associate. Speak
I
to my
would. I
associate.
would not convince you in a suit. I would show up in jeans,
No.
a t-shirt,
Nope.
because I'm just like you, man.
No. Stop. Is that Senator Fetterman or whatever? The PA guy?
I don't think that'd work out there.
He just walks into the Senate with a hoodie on.
You
and
guys
shit?
never watched this movie in high school where it was a door-to-door salesman named Bill Porter selling Watkins products.
What?
Did that unlock?
I don't think so.
No,
What was the
not at
name
all.
of the movie or shit?
I don't remember, but that movie rings in my head after whatever the fuck we do nowadays. It's about being an entrepreneur and just not giving up and shit.
Was it like a real? Was it a movie, like a fake movie, or was it a like?
It was a
documentary?
movie that they played wheeling into TV. Unc.
We're gonna get one of those for here, by the way.
No,
Yeah,
We
we're
don't
gonna
need
we're gonna get a TV
Well, like,
on wheels.
we don't need it.
like science, like
Yes.
substitute teachers.
That's
like
what
that.
we watched it on.
You need to
and-
get the TV that's like part of its furniture, like those
Yeah.
old style ones. That, like,
Yes.
They're expensive now.
Yeah, I know.
But
I know, right?
Pisses me off
They're
because
so
we
heavy.
fucking threw 3 or
So many
4 of
of
those
them.
out at my great uncle
ridiculous.
place.
I thought you were gonna say off of fire escapes. That's what we did.
That's sick. That's some Lost Boys shit. What the fuck?
Yo,
Weird shit.
Josh wanted me to tell you that I'm not your unk. I'm your big bro.
Why? Because we're related.
No, because I'm not 50 years old.
So is that? So am I an unk?
I don't know if you are. You
Borderline
you
unk?
borderline.
You're his big bro. Like he's
No,
your big bro.
he's my big
He's
bro.
your big bro.
But he's saying,
which
like,
would then
in-
mean that Reese is my uncle.
Probably his unk. You're probably his unk. Yeah.
That's cool.
You're kind of unk.
But Josh was like, you're not his unk.
I can almost
okay.
picture Josh's face when he says that. It's
Yeah.
like, you know, you're not.
You know, Carl doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm like, all right. So Josh is more Gen Z than you are. All right, moving on.
Dude, Josh is tapped in like that.
Yeah, I know.
You know why I know? Josh's
'cause he's a bus
shoes
driver.
and
'Cause he's on IG all day.
Josh's shoes and clothes are always fly. You ever
Yep.
notice that?
He's Puerto Rican.
Well, that too. That too.
That's
Come on, let's be
crazy.
honest. Let's be
No,
honest.
but you ever notice that? He busted out those parachute pants for the first time, and
That was-
I was
Stop.
Yeah, that was
I
Naoki.
was so
that
like,
was Naoki style influence.
was it?
Probably.
God damn it! I thought it was just
He went to
him.
Japan once and then he had parachute pants.
Oh, I didn't even. I thought he was just trying something new.
He is in America.
Airing out the
but-
boys.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, I mean, I love Josh.
That's
but-
why I like the bigger pants because I'm like, damn, my knees aren't
said
even
parachute.
touching it.
Hey, he looks good in them. I'll give him that. Reese, how does he have the grip set up differently on the VQ/LS Cool Cats cars, not just tire difference? That's Dan Savage.
So with the VA car, I'm just trying to get as much side bite as possible. So like I disconnected the sway bar in order to get that. But I think they're set up complete. I don't want to say they're set up exactly the same, but obviously the horsepower difference is definitely going to vary things. So I'm definitely searching for grip and stuff like that with the NA 550 setup, and with nitrous, it's like, dude, you know, you're looking
That's
for.
fucking crazy.
So I think the biggest difference is like the competition car. I feel like those cars are more set up for like maybe 1, 2, 3 laps. And then the other one is just kind of set up a lot more loose and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
currently what you saw, like I was asking to toe out. the
yeah, he's like,
rear,
can you toe out the rear? I'm like, huh?
you know, like,
What?
well, because I had no grip on the mountain. I mean, excuse me. I had too much grip on the mountain.
Yeah, yeah.
So like, and it was probably whacked out, right? Like the whole setup. and
Yeah,
everything.
I'm sure it was. Did he give you the alignment sheet? I'm
Shit,
sure we
it's
have
just
some.
fucking-
Send it to me, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, I have a lot less grip in the VQ car than the grip that I have set up in the VA car, and that's just because to manage the power, you know, I need the grip set up for the horsepower, and I enjoy the glide and the momentum requirement from the VQ car. So, 2 different styles of driving. I like both. I like that I can do both, so that's cool.
Good question too. Opinion on the new Origin Lab Driftline 350Z kit, and when will it be available for order? Well, we're trying to bring them in the next container, so hopefully like 4 to 5 months.
He tried. He was like, "You should get this."
I tried to get him to buy it.
I was
already.
like, yo, you should
I just
get
know.
the new one.
I just don't think I'm gonna break it. I know I'm gonna break it. And yeah, that's really what it is. I just know I'm going to break it.
Yeah,
And
everything breaks though.
Yeah, I mean, I give it to Tom and I give it to Josh. Like they break it, they fix it.
They only
break
get
it.
they only get like one kid a year.
Yeah, and you know, who's the other one that does it all the time? Dustin Miles. He breaks it, he fixes it, breaks it.
This could be you.
Nope, that's not me. That's
But you want your car to look that way.
I
though.
do. I
Yeah.
want it.
I appreciate you. Gotta appreciate the effort.
You know,
the effort is there. Like you
look
your
at it this way.
intentions-
I tell the
intentions.
young kids, I'm like, appreciate like the old guy did all of that, and I was like, yeah, it's just cool. Like, let me try it. You know, but like, if I could get 3 of those kits, then yeah, rock out.
What if you get one kit and 3 front bumpers?
Yeah, that might be something about it. The
Yeah.
rear bumper's probably going to get ate up a lot too. So
Okay, so
Z's?
maybe 2 front bumpers, 3 rear bumpers.
yeah,
You want
One
some
pair of
fries with
side
that?
I could see that. Yeah.
You want some fries?
Especially with those wheels. Yeah.
I think you're gonna need
It
a
launches
body
it,
kit.
dude.
I don't know, we'll see.
The Z loves to just launch the back,
The rear bumper off, especially his.
yeah.
You see how much his shit fucking tucks rim
Yeah.
and shit. Like that thing's always. He sent me a photo and that thing was tucking like crazy. I was like, ooh,
I was almost
body
touching.
Kit, body kit might not.
I know.
Work out
But it looks gangster when it squats that way.
to you,
Yeah.
not to me.
KBD.
You like that shit too, don't you?
No, it's on the fucking ground.
I don't like squat. I
In
don't like
drift.
I don't like car squatting ever.
Yeah, but
I'm the
I
wrong
like
person
it.
to talk to.
I like it. I like it.
I
a
think
lot.
all my friends like that shit now, but I don't. I never did. I don't get it. I want the car to look like it's sitting still.
I want it to be
while it's moving.
leveled, but then like when I give it power, like it, you know,
wheelies
it
like
goes
that.
down just a little bit.
Yeah, that's Carl.
That's me.
That
I'm
is
fucking. I
evil.
want my shit to
I didn't like it now because like
fucking
it had-
crazy
the
shit.
front end was too high up, so like when it
Yeah,
would do
yeah.
it, it exaggerated it. But now
Now it's actually gonna look
we're leveled,
kind of
you know?
even. I also noticed while messing around with your car, I noticed why Z's always look like they're dragging ass because I think the difference between the wheel gap and the front is a lot more exaggerated on a 350Z. So when you try to make the wheel gap straight, let me rephrase
You'll
that.
sag the rear.
When you try to make the body straight with the ground, which is what I usually try to do, the front is almost tucking
Yeah.
compared to the rear. So it's like you need to lift the front up to make the gap look right, but then the car looks like it's dragging ass.
Not.
I
That
was
means you
like-
got to have a stagger, double stagger.
I'm telling you, it's something with the way they designed that car. It's just kind of hard to make it look right if you want it low.
1819. 1819.
No, but I'm talking the opposite.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Am I talking the opposite? Maybe I'm not. Maybe you're right. I have to think about it again.
Oh,
It's
1819 to fill up the gap in the rear.
in the rear.
I do see that. I mean, I see it even.
Yeah,
in the
maybe
other
you're
car.
right.
Has to be. Like, what kind of
Wait, what
person
do you
would
have,
put the
the
bigger
18?
wheel?
I have 1818.
Okay.
I have square setup in.
But then you put a 17 on the front of that car and it's like that wheel's small.
yeah.
Who's
Well, that's
putting
what
a
I had on
17
there.
on
So
the
you
front
need
of
a
the Z.
18, 19 on a Z. Let's fucking go. Where are people doing that shit? You said that shit?
That's what,
Yeah, he's
that's
at
what he just
He
said.
said 18.
Oh, he's right. Dude, that's what these people need, man.
I'm about to run 1819 on my shit.
No, you're
Stop.
Oh, yes,
Stop.
that
We
doesn't
don't do
matter.
that. No, we're not doing that.
What do you think about running 19s in the back? No?
Nah, absolutely not. I'm good.
Why not?
I don't know. I just don't. Nah.
The
shit would
tire
be
is
gangster,
You
though.
know why? Because the tire is going to be this big.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
That
And
shit's
there's
gonna
no
be gangster.
side bite there.
I just
Like, I
decided
gotta-
what we're doing if we get a Z. That's 100% happening, dude.
You're thinking about getting a Z?
If I ever got one for the shop, I want to build one really bad.
You should. You should.
Yeah. But like there's a long
Like I
list
love
of cars, so.
240s. I love 240s, but the Z's are just like that's our 240 right now. Like,
Yeah.
That's
I agree.
Malcolm would learn how to drift.
and if
19s.
I feel like if more people would embrace it and instead of making fun of it, I make
The
fun of it
Zs?
all the time. Yeah.
We were just talking about this.
Yeah. I always make fun of saying it looks like a mouse pet, like a mouse.
Yeah, computer
Yeah.
mouse.
Or like a little fish. Yeah, like a blowfish. Like, but it's like, imagine it's the one car that it may be an ugly duckling, but man, it's really helping spread the word
Dude,
for
they,
drifting.
they
you know?
rip. I fucking.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what I think of the Z. This is my comparison. You know that friend that you always had when you're in high school and you're like, this guy hasn't got with any girls, man. What can we do? Let's help him out. Let's figure out a way. He's a good looking guy. And then you bring him out somewhere and you try to wingman him or something. And then every time he opens his fucking mouth, ruins everything. That's the Z. Every time you hear that
Who
exhaust,
the fuck
it's
are you?
fucking
At?
over.
Who are you,
Yeah,
son?
it's
What?
because the way the VQ
What
sounds.
was
man.
that?
Isn't that a good comparison?
No.
You're like, we're trying to like you, we're trying to get you laid, but every time you open your mouth, you're just an idiot.
Who the?
And that's a Z. Every time you hear that exhaust, you're just a fucking idiot. That thing sounds terrible.
I
No.
think-
I've heard some good ones.
You have to
before.
have like honestly, I had one of the school cars has a Borla exhaust on it, and it sounds great.
Bullshit.
Yeah, no,
Sounds
I would
great.
agree.
I need sound clips.
It sounded great. All the other school cars that I have, nah.
I would give it to Borla. They could probably figure out a way.
Yeah, I mean it was expensive. I was so much that I went to go look to see if I could find another one. It was like $1,200. I'm like, I don't know if I don't care that much.
When I go to
You know what I mean?
when I
for myself, for my own personal car, maybe.
Yeah.
But like for the school cars, I'm like, nah, it's just.
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
when I've drifted a Z before, they're sometimes so loud that I almost do it purposefully to annoy the people around me.
I just put my music on.
Like whoop, 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 just fucking just.
That's your personality, but yeah.
I'll put my headphones on and like I think when I was at Evergreen at the last one, I just had my headphones on. I'm like, I'm not listening to this.
When you have to put headphones on so you don't hear your exhaust.
But it's like, I mean, I have my headphones on when I'm like on the sim, so like, oh, it's same.
I guess I see. So that when I'm on the sim, I try to mimic the environment. It's always just music and my gloves.
Yeah,
That's it.
it's so funny, right? I feel so bad because when I hear people say they have gloves on for the sim, I'm like, what?
No,
but then I wear gloves, those driver gloves in real life, and I'm like, well, I have no room to talk.
No, well, because that way,
Carl's also naked while
what
he's
I'm
doing this.
feeling like hand wise, like when I'm spinning the wheel and doing this, that, and the third. When I go to my car, I'm not switching like how I feel or grip the wheel. It's the same fucking feeling. It's
His
just
sim
in
wheel
a glove.
feels the same way as his car. That shit's loose.
It's
That shit's
in-
about to
it's
fall
just
off.
Like it's
My
funny because on the
gloves,
sim,
that's
I
it.
don't use gloves. I use bare hands, and then when I go to
Raw
real
dog
life,
it.
I'll
Yeah.
put the gloves on. But like people ask me like, so like, does the gloves help? I'm like, no, dude. I just
No.
wear the gloves because
Sometimes
like
I hate them.
I just think they look cool.
Yeah.
And they're like, you think those gloves look cool? I'm like, yeah, I'm old and I think they look cool. Shut up.
I like mine because
Yeah.
I feel like it makes me look like a go-kart racer.
You want to hear something really weird? I had gloves that were hand-me-downs, and I wore them sometimes. Then I stopped. I was like, I don't want to wear these gloves. I don't wear them on the street. And then I started drifting, and I would stub my hand on my wheel, my thumb, way more often, or just anytime I didn't have gloves on at the track. I'd be like shifting or something, or e-brake, come back up, boom, stub my thumb. I'm like, what the fuck? Every time I put my gloves on, never happens.
That's funny.
Doesn't make any sense to me.
no glove, no.
It
glove.
literally forced me to wear the gloves because I was like, I'm not trying to do that every time. It's just the weirdest thing. I think it could be mental, but it was just weird.
I can't do the colorful fuzzy gloves that I see people. I can't do that.
I have a specific kind of glove that I like. Fits just right.
I like mine. Mine are made from like the same company that makes all the James Bond ones, and like
I've
they
seen
make it
your
for the
gloves.
I had like
royalty.
Alpine
Daryl-
stars, but they were hand-me-downs.
My roommate has something similar. He wears a glove because he likes it. That's it.
Yeah.
And they're like fingerless.
Yeah, that's just,
Yeah.
yeah, he's fly.
So
for that.
I like the gloves as long as they're right here, like they cover my wrist. Because then it doesn't even look like me in the car when
Also-
I'm looking at my hands and my
true.
wheel.
Another
I feel
thing
like
is
I'm just
blisters.
watching a race car driver.
I never got blisters, steering wheels, or never.
It's
none
from
of
my
that.
handbrake. I know that.
Yeah. And I would almost for the longest time.
chill out. What
Yeah.
are you gripping the fuck out of that thing?
I'm too aggressive. when I
What the
drive.
fuck?
Everything I do, I'm just like it's life or
Yeah,
death.
it's funny. Like in the school, everyone does that.
They
Yeah.
grip the shit out of it.
I'm like, yo, the only thing you're gonna be aggressive with is maybe no diddy pulling the handbrake.
I need to go to your school, to be honest
That's
with
it. Everything else, I'm like, yeah, you just gotta just vibe. They're trying to do all these movements like all quick. I'm like, yo, do I do that when I'm driving with you? No, it looks like you're just doing everything real slow and smooth. I'm like, so why are you doing everything fast? Like you just gotta feel it.
Just ride the wave, bro.
Just. And then one of the dudes is like, wow, like doing it smooth is like a lot more boring than doing it all crazy. I'm like, well, no shit. That's yeah.
But then you throw the crazy in later on.
Well, no, I told him, I'm like, when you're doing it by yourself, it's supposed to be smooth because there's no one with you. The carnage starts to happen when you start doing it and then you start mixing two other people in the mix. So then instead of you focus on you driving, because you can go idle pilot driving by yourself. Now you can focus on everybody else. You know what I mean? So when you get to the point where driving by yourself is literally boring, I mean, and or you're doing it correctly, hitting all your marks, then I'm like, yeah, go do tandem then, because now you can focus on something else. You know what I mean? Like I cannot do single runs. Like I'm like, all right.
Every week I gotta hear that.
Every week
Everybody
we hear
hates-
this.
Everybody hates single
Yeah.
runs. I'm the
That
only
is
fucking
weird.
person.
I'll
'cause
do a couple, and if you know what I'll do single runs if I'm working on my tree turn. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll do single runs.
I do single runs when I want to show off.
Right.
Check out this fucking perfect run right here. Wop, 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 wop. This fucking
Perfect run.
to me. That's all that matters.
To me.
That's all that matters.
No, and I think you're at that point where you enjoy the single runs and stuff like that. And there was a point that I was like that too, and I think all of us were that first started out. And then after a while, you go to the track and you're looking for quality laps. So you're just like, all right, if I'm going to be here and I know I'm going to get like maybe 15 laps today, or in this time period, like I want to drive and do this, because like you're like, okay, I'm going to try to get the maximum out of this. You know what I mean?
I feel the same way though with the single lap, like tree turn or the first turn at E-Town. I love doing that turn alone and trying to go as fast as I can.
This
I
year,
thought that was cool.
Tree
this
turn's
year,
been big, yeah.
that I don't really single laps for me are fun because then I get to just enjoy the rest of. Yeah, you do one, and then you'll get tired of it, like you're saying. But then afterwards, you have that hangout phase because you already know what you did the one. You could do another one and then
Yeah,
hang out
yeah.
again.
You got the
hang out
cigarette, the cigarette.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. The whole vibe, the whole thing.
Sun is just beaming. You're watching your friends do the same thing.
Yeah.
And the car's looking good. This summer, that's what I want to do, dude. I just want to enjoy
That was you at the
my
last
nice
private day.
ass car, dude. I just want to fucking
You just want to vibe. That's what you want to do.
dude. I just don't want to fucking argue with nobody this
Then
year.
stay away from competition driving.
Yeah,
God.
stay away from that. Dude.
Or like,
And on
like
that
any
note-
team stuff right now, just fuck. Thank you, guys. Do you have anything else you want to share, Reese? It's
Yeah.
fucking
I
10.
mean,
We gotta
I
go
don't know.
eat.
We gotta go eat. I don't know.
You have a drift school, Evergreen.
Yeah, Driscoll Evergreen, Drums, Pennsylvania, DriscollEvergreen.com,
You are a Formula Drift judge.
Formula Drift Judge.
So if you want to judge his judging, make sure to check in on Formula Drift this season.
yeah, for sure. You know,
And yeah,
I'll be at all 8 rounds this time, so I'm doing all
sick.
of them this year.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I did 5 last year, but I'm gonna do all 8 this year.
Oh well, I can't wait for that shit. I'm ready. I'm ready to see Brian Hobb, ready to see you, I'm ready to see everyone doing this FD shit. So
Let's see it. Thank you guys so much for listening. This has been, I don't even, Malcolm, what number is this?
137.
I think this one was good.
this was amazing.
This was a good one.
as far as like quality
Yeah.
stuff that we said.
Like
yeah,
Frankie just wants to like literally punt every kid in the world.
That's,
yeah. It didn't start off that good. It did not start off that good.
never have children ever.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm honest.
Thank you
No,
guys.
no.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night. Let's go eat.
Yeah.
We should probably. We think we're gonna eat. We better run. I mean, we got an hour, but we'll go talk to
They're gonna see you. Yep. Yeah, you might.
Well, that episode was not what I was expecting in the beginning. We were talking about kids, and was that weird?
No, honestly, it was pretty wholesome and deep. I guess it wasn't dumb at all.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was hoping. I was like, I know I'm going to come off as an asshole talking about kids,
Yeah.
but
I mean, people relate to
what it
both
is.
spectrums, each end of the spectrum. So,
yeah, I guess so.
love to know what you guys think about that whole topic.
I brought that shit up, and Reese was like, he looked like Reese got uncomfortable. He's like, okay, well, here we go. Let's talk about something that has nothing. I was like, all right. I don't know. I just get on here and just talk.
Yeah, but it also seemed like Reese kind of appreciated that it was kind of just a hangout.
Yeah.
As opposed to some other podcasts he's probably done, it's probably more of a
Probably getting questioned.
straight to the cut interview style. You know,
It's like an interrogation.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's too car related. This one is car and life related.
Yeah, we were just hanging out. I mean, how often do I get to hang out with Reese and actually
Yeah.
talk?
That's the
Pretty
benefit of
much
having.
never,
Yeah, it's
you
the
know?
benefit of having somebody on for the second time. You can kind of just, continue the conversation and veer off because you already know their whole story. So
Was that our first repeat guest that wasn't a local friend? Because it feels like it was to me.
yes, alone, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe so.
And his first episode is definitely top 20 podcasts. It's in my opinion, because he wanted some crazy shit, I think, that episode. Or I'm confusing him with Damien, but I think their stories intertwined.
I think that they were really close to each other.
Yeah.
In podcast episodes.
No, but I think like they knew each other and they drifted together too. So that's why I'm confusing some stuff, some stories. But yeah, guys, go check out that original episode if you haven't listened to it yet. If you haven't heard already, we are doing a Stance XR1 coilover giveaway on the website. So basically every $5 spent gets you an entry. And if you buy any merch, it's double entries. So make sure you check that out. Stance coilovers are pretty much the only coilover we use, I would say, us and Front Street. If we're using anything else, it's because we can't afford the Stance coilovers at the moment. So Stance has been supporting us for years now. I'd say 5+ years. Yeah. So you can get those coilovers with anything.
They have great availability with customer service and replacement parts.
And you can get Swift springs, you can get custom dampening, you can get custom spring rates, you can do anything you want. So
good company overall.
Yeah, great company, and I'm excited for this one. Last month we did the Origin Labo body kit giveaway. We got a lot of orders because of that. It seems like people really want body kits. But guys, you have to remember the Stance coilovers are more expensive than that body kit.
Yeah. So, by a couple $100.
Yeah. So those coilovers MSRP for $1,750 plus shipping, plus anything custom you want. Figure this, like let's say I wanted coilovers, right? And I didn't know when I was going to buy them. Go on the website, buy some shirts, win the raffle, order the coilovers. Now I have money to play with. So now I'm going to get Swift springs. Yeah. I'm just going to be like, yo, can you add these in? Just bill me for them. Yeah. Swift springs, custom spring rates, this and that, boom. Your suspension's done for your car for a long time until you got to get them rebuilt. But like 5 to 10 years later? Like,
yeah, those things last.
Or not more.
Yeah, with that coating they have on it, those things last a long time.
Yeah. So I think this raffle is one of the better ones. I'm hoping we can keep these going for the whole year because it would be nice, but it's hard to like find a product that is as universal as coilovers, body kits,
and everybody could benefit from,
Yeah, if you guys have any ideas, please shoot us a DM with any suggestions for our next raffle.
As for the in-shop promotion we have going on this month, we now have 20% off vapor honing for the month of February. So if you are local, or you don't have to be local, you could send stuff in. We could have it vapor honed for you, and we could send it back. We're doing 20% off. I feel like that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, I would probably send us an email first with the stuff you got and everything, and then we'll.
Eddie actually set up a submission form on the website. So you could just submit it in there, tell us how many pieces, a description, and you could even add some photos and a phone number, and then we could get back to you from there.
Awesome. I also forgot to mention, we are doing that raffle, that giveaway, but we're also going to be trying to push a lot of Stance promotion this month. So we are working with them for this raffle. So we're going to be doing a Stance coilover install on an R34 GTT. So we're going to be doing that. We, of course, got Josh's coilovers coming right now. The XR1D, I don't know what they're called. Some kind of special drifting variant. I forget what they call it, but
I don't even know.
It might be a D1, but I don't think it's called that. I gotta remember. But his are coming for the S15. The only problem is the S15 is getting caged right now. It's gonna take 2 weeks.
Holy.
When are we gonna get the coilovers? I don't know. And then we get the coilovers back, and I told Josh, we kind of want to paint the engine bay first and everything.
Huh?
Yeah, I told him he should get this thing painted before we start installing everything.
Oh my goodness.
So that adds some more time. So that video might take a while, but we're going to be doing some content on those coilovers, some unboxing videos, and basically try to show you guys a little bit more in depth about those coilovers, because I personally think those are the coilovers you should be buying if you have an S chassis, and you are into drifting. I think those are the only ones you should be buying. So yeah, make sure you check those out. They're on our website. If you don't feel like trying to wait a month and see if you win a raffle, you can always just buy them on the website. A lot of them are in stock. Do we have any in stock right now here? We might have sold out. I don't remember.
We sold out.
We sold out. Yeah, we try to keep a set of 13 and 14 here, but they do sell out pretty often. As far as aero, we have some Origin aero coming in the next, I would say end of next week, it should be here. And it's not a lot of stuff, but we definitely have fenders. We have a lot of fenders. I want to say we might have a 180SX Type 2 hood coming, FRP.
Oh, you crazy.
Yeah. So
Dang.
you guys might want to jump on that if you're looking for a hood, because hoods are never here. So like I said, FRP 180SX Type 2 Origin hood. That should be here. Anything else you can remember that's going to be available? I feel like
It's just a whole bunch of fenders.
a lot of chaser stuff. If you got a chaser, I think you're good. We got rear overs, front overs, probably a body kit or two. There's a lot of stuff. FRS, BRZ rear roof wings.
Yeah.
Rear wings too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So a lot of that stuff. We got fenders for those cars as well. Possibly a body kit or two. We got to double check when everything gets here. But yeah, we definitely have some Origin stuff coming in. What else we got going on?
On the website, there's a couple new products on there. If you feel like you can't get the right fitment with your steering wheel, it feels too far, got to reach, we have some new Works Bell steering wheel spacers, hub spacers.
You ever see Julian Jacobs' car?
No, what does that look like?
You know how tall he is?
Yeah.
Because every time Carl sees him, he mentions how tall he is to him.
Yeah.
How fucking annoying is that? Anyway.
That's Carl.
So he like sits in the back seat of the car pretty much. The seat's like all the way hitting the back seat bump.
So how many spacers does he have?
A shit ton. He's got like 2 quick releases, 18 adapters.
No way.
No, I swear to God. No, he might have actually had 2 quick releases on at one point. I might not be making that up.
I gotta see a picture.
Yeah, dude. If you're tall and you're trying to drive one of these cars, you gotta have a custom setup. Yeah, it's pretty funny actually when you see it.
That's crazy.
And when he gets cars built in Japan and stuff, they're always like, "What the fuck?" Because they're like the opposite.
Who's driving this thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you have that problem too, buy some of these Works Bell spacers. They go from 10 millimeter, 15, 20, 25, 35, around there.
And I think you can stack them. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to.
Okay, cool.
So
and they come with extended screws to install it. So
yeah, so that's awesome. Yeah, we got those in stock. We're trying to stock a lot of Works Bell stuff and just have it here because last time, what was it, Black Friday? People just bought all of it.
Yeah,
it was sold out. So so we're doing vapor honing. We're about to be doing car storage. The room's almost done, and now I gotta fucking do the floor, unfortunately.
Yikes.
We'll see how that goes.
Also, to help with the sales with the website, if you spend over $350, you will get free shipping automatically. This does not apply to any Aero orders though, because those boxers are big as hell.
Big as hell.
Big as hell.
Yeah.
So not applicable for Aero orders, but everything else, free shipping over $350.
But what if I want Aero?
Pay up. Pay for that shipping.
Fair enough.
Anything else, Frank?
There's a lot of shit going on in the shop right now, but I guess if you want to check that out, just check out our YouTube. Make sure if you haven't subscribed already, you do that. Click the bell notification, share it, comment, tell us we're dickheads, whatever you want to do on there. Just make sure you... Oh, don't do that?
I don't think so.
I mean, some people do it, but it's whatever. I'm not going to read it either way.
Yeah, but anyway, this is the busiest winter we've had in a while, so thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for the orders last month. You guys killed it on that. That was amazing. I really appreciate that. That's making my life a little easier. So
nice.
Yeah, I can actually pay off some of this debt we're in.
Nice. You haven't kicked the bucket yet, huh?
I haven't. Yeah, I haven't tied the noose yet. All right. Guys, we have a Patreon. You didn't tell them about the Patreon yet.
Come on now. We got some exclusive content on there, weekly shop vlogs that Eddie uploads. We got some, bonus footage, bonus podcasts. If we go on the road, and record multiple podcasts, we'll throw them up on the Patreon first. You got discount codes on the Patreon for discounted merch for every month.
Damn.
Come on.
You know what we should do on the Patreon?
What should we do?
We should give a monthly coupon code for something specific. You know how we run sales every month?
Yeah, Patreon only sales?
Yeah, give them another one.
Ooh.
Another one.
Literally. Go ahead.
Just give them a bunch of sales.
Go ahead.
Also, if you're fans of Johnny Monaco, you've seen him on the podcast a bunch, you should probably join the Patreon because we'd be just having him in here talking about random shit. Wombats, mountain driving.
Yeah, those little exclusive podcasts that you guys upload.
Yeah, so check those out. Check the Patreon out. We got 3 tiers, $5, $15, $5, $10, $15, right?
Yeah, go find out which one suits your budget
Malcolm
the best.
Malcolm doesn't like hearing me talk about them every time. But yeah, check that out. And make sure if you haven't already, leave us a review on whatever listening application you are using at the moment. That is the only way we can get bumped up in the algorithm. And if you want to support this podcast, that is probably the best way to do it. So thank you guys for listening, and we'll catch you on the next one.
See ya.